Last season, I had so many amazing people pull up on me. Mark Edmonds, DJ TGIF, Decky Lawson, King Bump, Albany Lou, Bobby Murray, and so many more. This season, I promise you, it's going to be just as interesting, so do the right thing. Pull up a chair at the Bar Wit Beast, Season 2. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of At the Bar Wit Beast. As y'all can see today, we doing something a little different. I got my brother Elevation, I got my brother TH, and we got a couple just talking points that we gonna chop it up about, man. Yo, welcome, my brothers, man.
What's going on, Al? What's going on, Beast?
Yo, dope to have y'all here with me, man. Y'all know what we do regularly in the graveyard at Washington Park, so just to bring that to the people and let them get a taste of just the regular conversations and the building sessions that we have, I thought would be dope. So here we are, man. First and foremost, how y'all doing? How everything, man? How's life treating you?
Good, man. Just with the kids, man. Doing what I do. Trying to stay focused, stay out this way, man.
Yeah, stay sucker free, man. People dying out here, man.
Keeping it easy.
Yes.
Keeping it easy.
Copy, man. So one of the first topics that I got on the chart is the local talent. Since I've been doing this podcast, I've been put on to so many people that's designers, producers, rappers, models, like that. It's so much going on that I didn't even know.
Facts. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I see that in Albany. Like, I like that about the young kids today anyway. Like, it's like, when I was younger, it was like, most people, their hustle was only illegal hustle.
Yeah.
I see so many people now, like kids, they 17, 18, 15,
Clothing
23,
line.
24, still kids, they doing clothes, selling different things. Like, and I ain't start thinking about stuff like different things till I got later in life.
Yeah.
Because you sell $1 million worth of socks, it's still
It's
$1 million.
still $1 million.
Like, you
worth
know,
of
think
socks.
about that. Man, no matter what it is, it's still $1 million. But I like to see that kids, a lot of younger people are onto way different hustles.
Yeah.
A lot of, like you said, music, a lot more music.
I think kids have the advantage of a lot more information today. The internet, for whatever you think about it, is an incredible gift, and it's an
Indeed.
incredible curse.
Yes.
Like, you could be nobody Joe today, and like you said, put a product on and sell 1 billion of them, and be a billionaire tomorrow. You know, and you also could flame out. You know, you could come bringing a watch Ashante gave you 20 years ago and flame out like Irv Gotti did. When you hold something in, the internet can, you know, it's an incredible gift.
It could go either way for you. It could go.
It's an incredible curse, and I don't want to take anything away from the young kids. I love their ingenuity. When I said they have the advantage of a lot of the information today, I just want to take it an academic thing. When he said about the old rappers or whatever, they didn't get money. Well, why that touched me so much is I feel like if you don't understand people, you need to research them. But if you eat off the game, you need to understand it. When I was a child, there was 5 albums in the store. I repeat, 5 albums in the store. Run DMC, LL, Rakim, you know, and they got their first endorsement deal at a concert when Russell Simmons, invited Adidas, who had no idea we were all wearing Adidas, who said, why should we give you an endorsement any money? And then he told his brother, run, do it. And he held his sneakers up, and he said, yo, y'all put y'all Adidas in there. And everybody put their Adidas up, and Adidas signed them. That was their first endorsement. So him saying these young kids getting money and the older kids ain't, where was money at in something nobody believed in, that the labels weren't putting in the stores? I said that, and I don't want to, and I love that these young kids flipped it, that they are doing their own, that they are owning their masters,
a lot more people want to be
that
independent.
they're learning from the things that happened to Mace and the people before him. Because you don't know, somebody call you in there, you 18, they give you 50,000, and to give you 50,000,
That's what you
they
never
got
had.
weed on the table, they got women walking around, you think they the coolest guy in the world, you don't know, you just signed away 33 years, that's why Mace is crying.
Fact.
25 years ago, this man had his publishing. You know what I'm saying? And he still got to do it for, I think you can have him for 33. You still got 8 more years.
Nah, I agree.
But
Go ahead.
To get back on, I think that's just like when you're young. Because even when I was young, when you're younger, you think you really don't care about older shit. You be like, you kind of feel like you don't care about that. You don't pay attention.
You're not thinking
like,
long
like
term.
people say, like my mother, older people, my grandfathers, when they was like, nothing. Everything that you did, I done.
Yeah,
And
nothing
I was
is
like,
new.
yeah, okay, but I really look at it, everything comes back. Like,
Nah, it
the
comes
shit is
full
coming
circle.
back, comes
Like,
full
comes full
circle.
circle.
And you don't notice that until you get older. It really does.
But like El said, information different, money is different.
Mhm.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the number
The
one
dollar is different. So
Will
what-
Russell and Will Chamberlain
what was
made no money.
$500
The
back in the
Pioneers-
day?
Pioneers never.
That's
Pioneers
1,500 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the Pioneers never get the
Never
money.
get there.
Never.
You know, during those days, I mean, they didn't because they
Shit,
were
if it wasn't from sneakers, Jordan wouldn't have
no,
no
but-
damn.
nobody.
Yeah,
Bill
his contract,
Russell,
like
Yeah,
his
his
basketball
contracts
contract was
wasn't-
shit.
but football and basketball and baseball, back in those days in the off season, they had regular jobs. The Pioneers never get the
Yeah,
money.
they never
I remember songs when they was bragging about a Jetta.
Yeah.
Nas said in a song that still gives me chills. Top 10 rap song all time to me. If I ruled the world, you know what I'm saying? If I ruled the world and everything in it, the sky's the limit. I push a Q45 Infinite. That's a $45,000 car when he said that. But they got $1 million cars now.
Right now,
The
facts.
money changes.
The money
And
changes.
Nas didn't get what he deserved from the game. From that Ring doorbell and all these things he's doing through the investments he got.
But you
he's
know-
top 3. Sometimes the money don't come.
The entertainment game is designed to rob creatives.
Oh my God.
And that's not just music. That's the entertainment game is in a whole is designed for non-creatives, non-talented people to get rich off of talented and creative people.
Where else do you create a song in your head? Completely your design. And
It's-
if you got a good deal, you get $1.50 out of 10.
That's a good deal.
You know, a horrible deal is the TLC thing.
It's
Three of them
designed
together.
that way, man.
Three of them together.
And they splitting that.
3 of them together got 66 cents a copy. L.A. Reid is the worst. Nobody just ever talks about him. He did that to Tony Braxton.
But-
how do a 3-team group get 66 cents together?
Together. That's what y'all.
They kept saying we going triple platinum every time. Everybody got houses and bought their parents a house. None of us got nothing. We don't understand. You know, another thing too, they didn't write nothing. That's why they
That
said
hurt too.
whatchamacallit had a little more money. Who died? Left Eye.
Yeah.
because she
was writing. She writing her raps.
She wrote her own rhymes.
That
You know what I'm
count.
saying? Missy was writing a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? The writers always win.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
Yo,
now,
I
producers.
figured that out from
Writer-
Versus.
Yeah, writer get their own. They get their own
Yep.
points.
I figured that out from Versus. Watching Versus, and I seen early on, like when they were still doing over the internet, the Neo versus Jonte Austin, and I had no idea who Jonte Austin was. I'm like, who? We all know who Neo is. Who's Jonte Austin, and how did he get to sit across from Neo? And then I started listening, and I started researching, and I started paying attention. Jonte Austin was such a dope writer that he had a deal, I believe it was with RCA. Don't quote me on what the label was. But they dropped him to sign Tyrese. Then called him back the next day to have him come in and write Sweet Lady. Tyrese's biggest
One
hit.
of his biggest songs. Yeah. But that really went with his voice.
Yeah, that
And
was
that's
a great,
why I
that was a
say-
perfect song for
And
me.
that's why I say the writer always wins.
Yeah.
I don't remember Aaron Hall. He was
Who don't?
phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
R. Kelly took his style
Took
and
his
ran,
everything.
Like the ball head, the cane,
everything, the
start
goatee,
singing. You know, the
took Aaron Hall
goatee.
home style.
The back, like,
But Aaron couldn't write. See, if you need me to write for you,
We
why
do
would I
it.
write you
so
something?
like, but I think like even when we was talking about the talent in Albany, like I feel like it's not enough to cover. It's a lot of good music in Albany too. I like a lot of the young rappers in Albany, like making a lot of good music.
No,
I mean, like
I understand that I'm not the target market because of my age.
that's why,
But I'm not like, so I can understand that I'm not the target market and still appreciate
yeah,
it for
because I
what
don't
it
listen
is.
to like the music that I don't listen to, but I listen to a lot of Albany people. Like I like
Yeah.
to hear what they doing, like, and they making good music for the music today. The drill music today. There's a lot of young kids up there that's creative,
Right.
that's making good music. Like I like the young dudes. Let's see, Frencho, I love him. He's different. He always making different type of beats.
Yep.
Different type. He always doing different type of rap. I mean, US Bay.
Bay.
He got a really like. I feel like he's really like he's been doing it forever.
Nah, Bay has
He's
been
really-
rapping
and
forever,
getting
but I
better
think
still.
yes, he's still getting better.
Like, I feel like
He's
I feel like
getting
his
better.
last project was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous.
Word, shout out Bay. I like Glit
Which
Jesus.
is- yeah.
And again,
And
his music is different. He's not
It's more
in the
old
box.
school type shit.
Yep.
It's more old school type of flow. More,
Him as
I
well
don't
as
do
like
shit.
Albany Lou, I feel like they understand the business of the music game.
Albany Lou definitely understands the business.
Huh?
He's definitely he's doing like
He know how to make the
you see him, he's on
connections and he
different
know where to
platforms.
put the
He's
bag
putting
at.
his money behind it.
Facts. He know where to.
Cause that's what it. Like
You have to
today's
invest
game,
in
like you have to invest your own money. Like back
Facts.
in the day when we were younger, like you could like you find Biggie and them. You only had to rap back then.
Back
They
in the
would
day,
give you a stylist, like Puffy give them a style, give you your everything. They
but
give you
even
everything.
before you get to the Puffies,
Buffy ain't get big.
I ain't saying
look, before the drug dealer, like that's who was funding a lot of the rappers back in the day. Like you go find the dude with the money from the neighborhood and he back you. Like that's how we get the Bimmies, the Big U's, the Tricks that's in the game they was backing artists at a lot of times.
You gotta be damn near famous on your own today.
Yeah, not today.
You have to
Nah.
have
The word that y'all left out is there's no A&R no more.
It's
Copy.
facts.
You know,
Copy.
Irv Gotti was an A&R. That's how Irv Gotti had the relationship with Jay-Z
Mhm.
and the relationship with
They
DMX.
took that out.
And Irv Gotti learned from that because you my man, TH, you my man, but y'all had your own situations. So that's why he kept Ja Rule for himself. And when that popped off, he had seen all that happen because X had Juan D.
Mhm.
You know, Jay had Damon Biggs, and he had a situation. But an A&R, like you said, he's the person that's on the street saying what y'all saying. This dude is nice, bringing them right to the label.
Yeah.
But I agree with you too. But you know, I like to listen to other people because I'm straight old school. But I do agree with what you said to a certain degree. I feel that right now you got to create your own wave. And I don't necessarily think it has to be money. I think you have to create an online presence. You got to be popping in some kind of fashion because his hits is what's going to make him like you.
Yeah.
I still think it's only two ways out of here. That way, or you got to go to one of the Meccas. New York City, Atlanta, Cali. If ain't nobody ever came out of Albany, you're not going to do the same things and come out of Albany.
Yeah, you got to do
address
something
that
different.
part of it too. Nelly went to, you know what I'm saying, never forget, Mace manager put Nelly on from the Lou. He didn't get on in the Lou. Came to Harlem to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
And like you always
small
hear about
cities
Bone
don't
Thugs
pop.
and them talk about
Yeah.
they went to Cali to go run down on Eazy-E to try to get like
and Dr. Dre went to that convention, told Eminem don't rhyme no more, and took him to Cali. Like, you know, you gotta it's these big cities that you gotta get to, you know, or like you said, you know, like you
gotta
said,
create that
you
online
could be
presence.
in Nowheresville, USA.
and you create
That
that
person
online
at that
presence.
company's gonna see. You got 700,000 people checking them out a day.
Yeah.
Set up a meeting.
You gotta
You know
have
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to
Set
have
up a
Like
set
we
up a
said, as
meeting.
far as the business, I did season 1 of this podcast, and out of all the interviews I did, I'm telling you, in 2 days, Albany Lou interview was at 1.4K.
He has it, like you say, he has the following, he does songs with
You know what I mean?
people that's
He did whatever he
He's
had to
very
do to
active.
get his.
You know, he's very
Yeah.
active. He's on his job.
not that. Like it's like it's other rappers out there like I feel are much better than him. But it's
Oh,
if you're gonna
absolutely.
put that game, if you're gonna go hard, nobody's gonna go as going as hard
Yeah,
as
nobody's going
good
as hard as he is,
They're-
except maybe
they're
Blake.
all into it. Like
Yep.
Yeah, and you gotta be all in now.
he's all
Well,
a lot
he
of
all-
people, you
bro,
wanna
I
do
just seen a
different
post.
things.
His whole crew got the Why Not Us rings.
It's all
Like he's
about
branding
a-
himself. It's branding.
That's why I say too, like it takes money too, because it's all about a look. Like this generation is all about a look. They believe anything they see, and it's crazy. Like it's about a look now. You don't have to have what you want. I was watching Moneybagg say like he wore fake jewelry for when he was performing shit like that.
I seen T.O.
Because-
say that. Not
because-
T.O.
No, Moneybagg.
Chad.
No, but,
He said-
What you see?
a lot of people are finally coming out admitting that. Man, people do that.
Yeah.
Like when Soldier Boy got caught, man, well,
Yeah.
mad dudes get caught wearing whatchamacallit. Then you got to think about it every time you look at it online. Everybody ain't got no 400,000
No.
chain.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
you
what
got to
I'm
look at the person that
He
they
said
saying.
he did that.
But-
He said then
You know
when he
what I'm
got a little bit bigger, he used to borrow his friend's chains. He
I'm
had
just about to
friends with
say,
money.
that-
He borrowed his friend's chains for his videos and shit like that until he could afford his own shit.
We don't talk about how many
Yeah.
chains and
But you
cars
have-
was rented
But you
just
have
for
to do that
videos.
though. But like you said,
You have-
you got to have
You
that
have to
image.
look the part.
Yeah,
You have to
You
have
coming
the-
through, you going fake
have
it till
to.
you know,
You
fake
have to
it,
have
fake
the-
it till you
If
make
that's
it.
if that's what you rap about, if that's what you make music about.
End of the day, he the biggest dude on that label by far. Yo Gotti got going.
Mhm.
He's selling big.
You mentioned the only way out of here. The next topic that I had on the list was getting out of the 518, because I hear a lot of people, I'm trying to do this to get out of here, to get out of here, to get out of here, versus building this up. Like, how do we ever build this up if everybody that succeeds mentality is to escape or get out of here? If they take the money and run, if they take the success, if they take the fame and run, or go somewhere else and get popping, but never bring that light back to the 518. Like you said, Nelly may have went to Harlem to get on, but everything out his mouth was St. Louis. He took that St. Louis to, you know what I mean?
Nelly built the school. You know, my thing when I said get out of here is, you know, when you want to be a star.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Then you come back home. You know what I'm saying? You go through it. You make your album, you tour, you have your fun, and you come back home. But at the end of the day, whatever you're going to do is inside of you. You know, we have something that's inside of us as a people. With no matter how much we talk about it, we glorify the very things that destroy us. Everybody knows the very things that's going to be successful. Everybody talks about Antoine Walker, and yes, he was a gambler. Yes, he blew a lot of money, but you know what nobody never talk about? That $5 million he gave his man, and he bought up all them buildings in Chicago, and his man didn't do what he was supposed to do, and how he lost all them buildings, and how his man did all what he was supposed to do. Nothing, the way they say nothing depreciates like jewelry, nothing appreciates like jewelry. What would some buildings he bought in '92 be worth today?
Double.
Triple. That's 30 years.
Triple.
So, double if it's 20.
We just
triple
said
if
that
it's 30.
500 is 15 there.
But my point is, that would have been able to stabilize him if he had his building. So my point is, his heart was still Chicago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But his man did what he did. So my point is, it does have to be in your heart, but I also think you have to have a plan. And I think where we go wrong is, it starts communitively. Like, I have nothing against no other ethnicity, but I'll say this, and I'm gonna step over for a minute. We'll never have respect as a people till we bring our community to the table. We're the only community that doesn't do that. I ain't talking about barbershops. Every race is the number one person that's gonna cut that race's hair. Although nice barbers can cut any race, but I'm saying barbershops and salons, we don't even have the big hair shops on Central. We don't even have them. The hair that we all using, the corner stores. A low budget corner store makes $6,000 a week. The slot machines, like all of them on Quail, 41st Side, Grand Street, Clinton and Lex, these stores make $30,000-$40,000 a week. Finnegan's, and then you got to think, at what point do we come get our stores? And I don't mean going on there on no foolishness, but I mean you put a store right next door to theirs with everything you're supposed to have in it. Not as TH store, we're gonna go in there because it's TH store. No, everything you're supposed to have in it, and we buy black. When do we stand up and start doing this stuff that we claim? And forget the $100,000 check. But if we own the hood, buy the houses in the hood and move in it. Move in it. Or buy the houses in the hood and rent them out. Or watch what they did downtown. They moved motor vehicles from downtown because of a homeless mission across the street. Fact. And I seen on Google people in New York City putting together $3 million to come buy everything downtown. Yeah. And those same people that they moved from Huck Finn's down there, and then the worst block in the city, Robin and Central. Whew, that's the blaxploitation movie. They took the methadone clinic from Huck Finn's and they put it right there. And guess what's being built down there where they moved it from?
Apartments, right?
First eco-friendly building.
Not
eco-friendly. Not
eco-friendly.
a drop of nothing bad coming out of there. Zero emissions. This is the future. But guess what? Look who businesses they're going to tear up. That's ground zero over there, shooting up on the stairs, living and dying in the bandos. So if you want to stop the things in the hood, we got to buy it. We got to own it. We have to bring it to the table. In any other community, you might see one other ethnicity store, but everything else them. Not us. Nope. We happy if we own a store, and we happy because we cool with the people that have the store. Really? But we killing each other over pennies. I just think we got to change our mindset.
I agree. But another thing to build on that is like, we're the only people too that if you do get millions of dollars, like you come back to your hood, you could die. Tom Brady can go back to where he grew up, where he's worth $570 million, can do whatever he wants, can go wherever he wants, don't need nobody with him, do what he wants. But if a black nigga like that, he got some money on him, he can go back home, do it, fuck with kids, do what he want. They
all they wanted Tom Brady is a picture to put
That
on their wall.
But you know, it's
Niggas might not
different.
even want to rob you. They might
we
want to
come
kill
from a
like
place
the
where-
PNB Rocket. They kill him instead of
They
rob
got
him.
it.
Tom
the
Brady
chain.
probably
Yeah.
not
Walking out
somewhere-
the door with the chain.
Tom Brady not somewhere where people are in survival mode.
I agree
No,
with that. But
he-
we
that's still-
have to.
No, I understand what you're saying.
No, what he said is a whole fact.
I agree with you. He's not somewhere in survival mode. But
All
we
them
have
Spanish
to.
dudes be going to Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico way grittier than it is here. They be home in the mud with a $20,000 chain on. Nobody take it because he the one that made it out.
Yeah.
But that's, we the only people that do that. Then you come home and then like Tom Brady also ain't asked to take care of that community because he made it out. An athlete don't owe nobody but the kids. When you come through those gyms, you owe the kids to show them because that's inspiration. When they come and see you, it's like, wow, he did make it out. He's from here and he love us. But grown men, you don't own. You own them kids because you're the inspiration. You're the one that made it out. You don't owe grown men because you made it out. You got to take care of everybody. You bought this dude a car, you got to do. Maybe he doing it in his own time.
But that's our mentality.
That's what we do.
That's
like,
the mentality.
Even like you said about Tom Brady don't live in a place like that. Like you said, like I heard Kyle Korver. He had said that, like when he got drafted with Iverson and a couple other guys and stuff like that. He's like the first thing they was talking about, like they're gonna do their money. They was like, oh, you got my mother house and shit like that, all the stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said he was thinking like, damn, like, he never thought about this shit. My mother and father already have a house.
That's
You
why
know what I mean?
that's why
it's
Beast
different
right too.
thoughts.
Tom Brady was growing up in a $500,000 house.
already.
He's from a very nice.
Exactly.
That's why Beast. I get what you were saying.
I get
Like
what
he
you're
wasn't
saying,
coming
but we
from no.
No, it's still a
but how
mentality
do
that
we
we
get to
gotta
that?
change.
No, but
We
like
can't
B
get to
said,
that. We're starting from the
but like
bottom.
B said, all the people he know up, like they,
Yeah.
they up.
We can't get to that if we got the people that's up scared to come back. How can you get to that if they're afraid to come back? If they, as soon as they get.
But look at our examples. Look at our examples. Now, I hate the Milli Vanilli stuff. Before Nip died, I thought he had album of the year.
Yeah.
That song he made with Kendrick gave me chills. What they did together, but everything he said was Rolling 60. Everything he said was the set. He stayed home, and they killed him.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody knows who did it. Everybody ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna roll right with him, because that's the game we play. But my point is, look at the examples you get when you stay home and you spread love. You die.
Only us.
Oh, wow.
Nah, that's
keep
spooky,
telling
man.
people you
It's
be the worst ever. You be 97 on your porch with your grandkids.
And listen, I swear to y'all, like, I didn't do this on purpose. It's just rolling like that because this is how we converse. But the very next topic is rappers dying at a high rate. I swear that's the next topic.
Man, it's crazy. It's like that's the most dangerous job in
Facts.
the world. One of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
I feel
to be
like
a
we
rapper.
hear about more
So-
rappers dying than firefighters.
When did Nip die? Was that the first week of 19 or first month of 19 or first month? I know him and Kobe died
Right around that same
But
time.
for whatever that time period is to today, what
been
GH just
crazy.
said is right. That last 3 years, it's clearly one of the most dangerous professions that you. It's clearly.
But it's really dangerous being a young black kid.
No, but I don't know. But right now, I'm just saying, me with the things I've witnessed. But it's easy when hindsight is 2020. Like I'm coming through. Like if I'm going to Cali for a week, and I'm wearing and I got 300,000 on the chain to wear, I got 25,000 in security for a week.
Say that.
See, I'm gonna have a Navy SEAL and the Army Ranger with me. You know, we gonna come through in a couple Hummers. They gonna have an earpiece. You know what I'm saying? If you're really from the streets, you're gonna see it. Like the dude with the earpiece, like, we gotta get out of here now. If you ain't, then it's gonna be a funeral. Because they're just gonna fill out paperwork. We didn't want to do it. It's tough. Can we leave now? You know, just go. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't play with dudes. All that stuff right there, whatever they claiming, it's just gonna be some tears. You know what I'm saying?
The other part of what you said about, like you said, the Tom Brady's or who have you. Like Elle said, they're also not showing up in the $50,000 chain and all of that type of shit. They don't got a whole bunch of money and they pot. Like, if you run down on Tom Brady to rob him, you're not getting much of
I'm
nothing.
glad you went there. I don't even mind what somebody wears. It's the mindset. Y'all a little bit younger than me. And please explain to me why Steven Jackson is checking in. Why he feels the need to check in. He's supposed to be a Muslim. What he's claiming that he has to go in the cities and talk to people.
Why?
You know, but my point is, when you're this type of a person and you're glorifying this is what our kids are saying. You know, at what point do we take a stand and say, you know, this is what we want to emulate. This is what we want to do. Look at the things that's winning. You know, the one fact I know is whatever grade you was in, I was in the 7th grade when my teacher, Miss Manson, said, y'all doing a lot of laughing. But for those of y'all who understand what I say, it may change you. That nerd you cracking on, gonna be working.
Gonna be your boss. It's gonna be your boss.
Might wanna be a little bit more. I see you heard it too. You might wanna be a little bit more humble. He's gonna play. And I ain't gonna lie to you. All of us that had the jokes, pause for a minute, like.
The funny part, I said that though.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I'm like, I be saying that, but yo, I don't lie. I'm like, all the cool, we was cool as a motherfucker. I said, all the weird niggas cool as hell now and all that, them good jobs.
No, wild frontin'. Putting on the threes they never wore.
Never.
Been old school, the hat. You remember we used to wear, and you know I'm like, when? But they styling
Right now.
Styling like
Styling right
time,
now.
man.
It's your time.
You look at them at the pit, me and Boo Boo in Brazil. And see, they weren't running around doing all that craziness. They've been with Boo Boo for 20. Things is doing well. Everything is together. They doing a lot of smart. I remember we was in the club with these. When? What year was this that you? They in the club now. That's what matters.
They might own the
Right
club
now, they might own the club.
They might own the club
See
right
what
now.
or they friend do.
Facts.
They going right through that stuff that we used to do. They doing that right now.
They're doing that right now.
That's Reggie. Get on in here. Your table ready.
Shit, I was doing at 18.
They doing right now.
We in the line like this shit ridiculous.
Like,
out
I
here.
ain't paying
Yeah, this shit's ridiculous out here. They waving them right through. Reg, big Reg too. Big.
Nice. Like that was crazy. Like that was a culture shock for me to go from elementary school in New York City to private school in Deerfield, Massachusetts, to go from a place where it wasn't even cool to be smart. It wasn't cool to know the answer. I used to have to trick the teacher to let them know I knew the answer. Pretend I'm not paying attention so they try to pick on me, but I know the shit. Oh, you're not paying attention. Do you know the answer? Yeah, you want me to do it on the board? Stop playing with me. Like, so that way it's like, I know the answer, I show I'm smart, but I also show the teacher up some, so I still keep my cool points.
That's facts though. Like it's not cool
No,
to
it's
be
not just
smart.
deep
like,
what you said.
That's really.
I hate that, but I hate that we,
it's cool.
but I hate
It's crazy
that, but I
we
hate
do
that we, but I hate that we're supposed to be acting other than ourselves
Right. If
when
we're
we act
doing
smart. Do you know how
When
smart?
we started smart.
No, but do you do you know how smart Frederick Douglass is and what he went through?
Frederick Douglass.
No, I'm talking about. Do you have? No, I'm talking about. Do you
Yeah.
have any idea how smart we are as a people? The inventions and all
But
the
that's
stuff.
why,
what he
that's
said.
why we don't want to be smart.
You know, and all
We're
the
not
stuff
taught
that we did.
But not
Like,
talking
I tell people this all the time, before you
Go ahead.
like growing up, no lie, I always like I've never learned nothing. Black people, we came from Africa, dirty, walking around in mud, got us, we were slaves, and we should be basically lucky to be free and shit like that. I swear that's what I knew growing up. Like that's basically what I knew. I didn't know.
I'm so glad
I
that
was
you-
grown when I
I'm so
started
glad
reading
that you
shit
said
and shit like
that,
that.
because
that's
the-
what we think.
yeah,
so
but-
if you think that, you don't learn nothing about yourself.
I'm so glad that you said that because this is what it's all about. They just gave Will Smith $30 million to play in Emancipation. They're going to do everything but teach black history. And I say this all the time. If we taught our kids who Mansa Musa was, the African king that was the richest black person ever. If we taught them about the Egyptians and everything that
They
was
know who
stolen
they
from
were.
them. Benjamin Banneker, who was allegedly the assistant to Thomas, the assistant to Thomas Edison that invented all this stuff. The black guy that got all these patents. He invented all that stuff in the refrigerator and all the things that they stole
tell
from
you,
us.
the only thing a
If
white
we-
person invented was the patent office.
But if that's my man right here. But if
Telling you.
but if we teach our kids all these things, and if we teach our kids how great we are, and that we're kings and warriors, not savages and dogs,
Facts.
then we'll be expected to do better.
That is facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you set the stage, people gonna play in it. When you line everything up, we way better than our actions. And then, like you said, what you alluded to, which started the whole thing, it's a shame that we gotta feel awkward to be smart.
Some of the biggest class clowns I knew was some of the smartest dudes in that room.
To be funny, you gotta be smart. To think off
Yeah,
off top of
yeah,
your
because
head,
you're reading
when
a
you-
lot of
like that, you have to be smart, bro.
So some of the biggest class, like it was even one or the other. Like they either had learning disabilities and that intimidated them, so they used humor to cover that up, or they was one of the smartest kids in that room, but didn't want to be a nerd, didn't want to be a brown nose, didn't want to be a teacher's pet, didn't want to be a butt kiss. So
I remember when I went to a different school
Because if
when
you
it was
call a
okay
teacher
to
too
be
many
rude.
times, you acting up now, kissing up.
you kissing up.
Kissing up.
You might as well bring an apple tomorrow.
Nah, we
Yeah,
gotta
you
get
gonna
out
just
of
keep
that.
calling the teacher? I don't understand what we're doing right now.
Gotta get out of that, bro. A lot of people don't like to ask questions. A lot of kids in school. School is bad. You know what I think?
Yes.
Me personally, is
Let's talk
one of
about
the
it.
worst things about school that they should really change.
What's that?
I think every school should wear
Uniforms?
That's a big problem in school too. Like if you ain't got for the guy, like
I
that's
agree
shit tough.
with you,
People
man.
don't want to. Kids
No.
don't want to go to school if they don't have.
Oh, I agree with
I
you.
agree.
It's
I-
tough to go to school if you don't have. I was
agree.
fortunate to have everything I wanted, and it was tough. Like that's what we did. We cracked on everybody. We joked on everybody.
No, but point blank, it takes all the nonsense.
Yeah, dude. With your
Facts.
uniform cleaner,
Because your
we wear the same shit.
no, the only choice you really got
It's
Only
footwear.
style.
How you swag
Some
it?
The
footwear.
only styleman is footwear.
Yeah,
And even
how
some
you swag
schools,
it. Yeah, I put shoes
they
on
want a
too.
color. Like, nah, we want
Black.
all black.
Yeah,
So you still only but so much you could do.
exactly.
That's a big problem. with
Exactly.
school, man.
Yeah, 'cause they're probably gonna want it all black.
Facts.
So it's only so much. Yeah, like you
Facts.
said, it's only so much you could do no matter
It
what
limits
you
you.
spending.
Facts.
You still got the same shirt and the same pants on. But
No,
I do
I
agree.
agree.
But
I
I do
agree.
agree that stops a lot of the
A
nonsense.
lot of
Like just now, I was in Bermuda, and one of the first things that my aunt said, she was like, "Yo, you know what I noticed? All the kids look like kids, but a lot of it was because they in them uniforms. Like
Yeah.
they look like children, but even like the hair, like I didn't see a whole bunch of girls with fingernails. Like
It's over.
But people is going, but you could like TH said, like he had everything. That's a tough thing. What about the kid who
Yeah, that
don't
did.
want to go to school?
Right.
He done wore these pants 2 days this week.
Yo,
then
y'all
he
say
gotta
that.
wear them a
I
third.
didn't even
And I was
know.
a mean kid, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even
Kids don't
know.
have no filter though.
I didn't know that wasn't everybody like Fib. I had one pair of sneakers for the whole school year. These your school sneakers, and when you come home, take them shits off and play in them
There
old
was a
shit.
lot of people
Like I had one pair of sneakers for a whole school year. I thought that was everybody's case, and then in the wintertime you get a pair of boots. So you got some boots and some sneakers. See you next year. I thought that was
My brother
everybody's
never
life
told- my
until I
brother
found
never
out
told
it
me
wasn't.
My brother, I don't remember my mother telling me that.
You spoiled.
That she never told me that.
See, my mother had me at such a young age
And I was a only
that
child.
grandma really was the not grandma say yes and no. I remember one Christmas, all I wanted was I wanted Castle Grayskull from He-Man. Big skull joint, it open up, you know what I mean? You put your He-Mans in there. I wanted Castle Grayskull because I had a bunch of He-Mans and G.I. Joes, and I wanted Castle Grayskull. Grandma seen that and was like, yeah, no, that's the devil. It's the skulls. That's the devil. We're not getting that.
Yeah.
And I end up getting the Crossfire.
See,
With no sibling to play Crossfire with. I got a Crossfire because Grandma said I couldn't have Castle Grayskull.
Grandma was right.
You know what I
She
mean?
was ahead of her time.
No, they cut right to it. No, this is insane. No.
How? In my head, I'm like, but Grandma, you got a skull and you the devil?
Now you
She
wrong
grandma.
for that. That's how she gonna. That's the only way she could possibly. That's the only way she could get him. That's the only way she
How
possibly
is a
could.
skull the devil? We all got a skull.
That's one thing. Now when you're a kid, you don't want to hear that though. You had it on your mind. That's the only thing I want.
And I'm telling everybody that's what I'm getting. 'Cause
Yeah.
my mother said, you know, I had just started getting siblings. So now I'm not the only kid. So I'm like, all right, Ma, I get it. I know. And I'm a little older, so I know I ain't getting a whole bunch of stuff. I just want one thing. So I knew I was getting the one thing I
Yeah,
asked
kept
for.
it simple. I got in, I got out. I said what I wanted.
Grandma vetoed the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, I think we need,
Not the order from the
Yo.
top.
we need more black teachers.
We do.
We need
But-
more. We need we need so much more. Like we need so much big things. But I'm just telling like we need our own schools, but like that's. But
I
we really
think
need
We gotta
teachers.
big them up.
Yeah.
I think
We
the
gotta
structure of
glorify.
school is misleading.
School is terrible.
I think the structure of school is misleading. And I think that's why so many people are unhappy later in life. school kind of sets a precedent that if you do what's asked of you, we got a promotion for you next year.
Make you a work.
But when you get to the working world, that's not the case.
Yeah, but
And you could be stuck in the same spot for
but
10 years.
But school is necessary.
No.
It's
It's absolutely
you get a lot
necessary.
of information.
Yeah.
You get a lot of information throughout those.
You get a lot of misinformation.
Throughout those.
You get a lot of
Throughout those
misinformation.
12 years.
You get a lot
And
of
that's the
misinformation.
point I wanted to get to. That's the problem in school. This is my thing, which I'm sure we all went through. I don't know what grade it was, but as a black boy or young man, when you look at that right there and they show you the slave with the you looking all ashy and you got cuffs on you and they start explaining this. They never say the savagery done by these people. They just show you as a subservient person that went through it and then one day it's all kumbaya. And that gives what you said, and that's why I said I love when you said that. That gives a young boy the credence to what you just said. If all we ever was a slave, then anything else is better. That's why they're giving Will Smith his comeback movie with this emancipation. We got to stop playing in supporting slave movies. You want to show us something, you want to help build us up as people, then show us our history. Tell the truth about the Egyptians. And stop having white people play Cleopatra.
Cool with me. But would you ever? Why would you ever do that?
Do what?
What you're asking. If you were a white person in power, or why would you ever do that?
Why would you tell us who we are?
No,
Facts.
It's our job.
And we're the one people
but
on this planet.
Did you hear the
that
part
can-
that I said?
can
We
get
have
y'all
to
out of
stop
here.
playing these movies.
No, he
that
said we gotta
perpetuate-
stop.
Everybody wasn't even slaves. They perpetuating this thing that people were slaves and all stuff, and everybody come from slaveries. Whatever we speak about, they speak about. Like they speak about Tulsa, which is Black Wall Street. Why they don't speak about the other 77 communities?
Exactly.
One that was Central Park in New York City,
Facts.
Black thriving community that they took apart to build that park, because they don't talk about our greatness. Coming out of slavery, we was the Freemason, we was the laborers, we the lecturer.
Jay-Z just helped them
My point is,
move a
we
lot
was-
of people out of Brooklyn.
we was just building everything, but they don't speak about that. But they burn these communities down and then admit later that these is lies. Nobody never went to jail for that. They got a whatchamacallit under everything, a cemetery out there. Nobody never went to jail for that. But the whole point is we have to come together. We got to come together like we doing right here. You get 5 of us in the room and you ask us one topic, we tell you 5 different things. We have to come together. It ain't no more if TH played 14 for 15 years, he got to kiss the owner butt because he might lose his house. He didn't really make no money. He need this 100,000. No. Ex-players is buying teams now. What Jalen Rose said, the day the old player will never be broke again. What that means is we don't have to ever go on Vlad and talk about each other. We're the only people that do that. Use these forums to go and talk about each other and tear each other down. I could call TH. I don't like what you did, my dude. And then we either agree or disagree. Why are we giving the Russian Jew who disrespected Farrakhan
Facts.
this playground to play with? Somebody who was willing to die for us.
Like he said, it's certain people who have approached me to come here and sit at the bar with me that I respectfully spun because I know that they got drama going on, and you're not gonna come on my platform and talk about some beef or throwing subs at somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Because I refused, with all the violence going on, I refuse to have somebody die and it's because of somebody said something on beef shit. No, that's not what we doing. So it's certain people that I spun because I'm in tune with what's going on, and I know you got beef right
Like
now.
even in this small town, there's too much going on. We know each other.
We have to learn to keep our issues separate from things that we have to do. Building is about building. And when you look now in these times, like people have to come together. You look at everything that's going on, you can see the country is going through a changing. From the way they're doing housing, from the way they're building houses, from the way the things that they're doing. But what's not going up is wages.
Yeah.
So people are gonna have to come together and figure it out.
Bro, listen, I say this like all the time, like another thing that we have to stop in our community. I feel like kids can't wait to get out their parents' house, and parents can't wait to get their kids out.
Yeah.
And like, no lie, I see like Koreans, even Africans, 10 of them in one 3-bedroom, and they leave one at a time and buy houses. 2-3 years, 3-4 years.
I
And
got
they
some
all-
Akis that work in my corner
every
store.
other ethnicity, except
American blacks.
our probably. I would say it's black and white. White people are doing it now too, But every foreigner,
Yeah, no.
they have no problems like like
But
the Latinos.
let me ask you
they
something.
live 8, 10 in the
'Cause
house
to me-
and build.
To me, that's something TV put in our head that everybody got to have their own room, their own space.
That's why I
their
think
own-
it's an American black and
It's
white
an
thing.
American thing.
Because everybody else
Yeah.
isn't doing it.
It's an American thing. TV
we
put
are.
that in our head.
Yeah, like you said, can't wait to get the kid out. Can't wait to get
Can't
the
wait
kid.
to
Yeah,
struggle.
like you said, but if you got a good situation and a good family, why are you looking to run when you can build?
But like he said, the ones that ain't looking to run, their parents has got them on the timetable.
we ready
like,
to go on tour. We got
you
a lot of things
18
happening
now.
now, Jeff.
Like-
I thought you was going. Darn, you're not leaving.
like shout out to my grandmother. Like I always throughout my life, if I fell on hard times, even if I go to sleep on her floor, like I could always go back to grandma's house. That's why it's somewhere in my head that I want to try to do whatever I can to keep that house as a family house forever, for every generation. Times get hard,
I'm glad you brought that up too.
come to this crib.
I'm glad you brought that up too. We losing old grandma.
Yeah.
We got 42 grandma on
Yeah,
TikTok
grandma,
videos now.
fact, grandma.
See, grandma you talking about was the one
Yeah,
that
my
was holding
grandmother.
everything
Yo,
down.
my
When it was all
grandmother. I'm gonna
bad,
tell y'all everything
when it was
y'all
all
need to
bad,
know.
when it was all bad, she'd go in the bra. I'm gonna give you this 40, but listen to me.
I'm gonna tell
keep
you
coming.
everything.
You know
need
she
to
got
know.
it too. You know what
I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
My grandmother's name is Bertha May.
See what I'm saying?
What could y'all
She holding everything down. She got 8. She told 6 people to shut up. Wait, I'm not gonna keep playing with you. Come here. You know what I'm saying? She handling everybody at the same time.
My
Yeah.
And not just me.
Ain't
Like
got
my mother,
ain't got food in the
my
oven.
aunt, my uncle. At one point, he wanted to move to New York from Georgia, and they
But that's a
big
good
grandma
point y'all
basement,
made.
like always.
With us getting away, and then we losing the grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because 42-year-old grandma, she got a date. It ain't the same. Watch who? Oh man.
That's why like, my
Yeah.
mom, she has the kid like anytime. She always wants to be like, I'd leave for a month. She don't care. 2 months. She loves the kids. She's gonna take the kids. She's been waiting for that. But like you said, it's a lot of like grandmothers, like and you. It's understandable, but it's not because a lot of women had kids at 18, 17.
Exactly.
And they
And
raised
they're
them.
living their life
Yeah,
now.
you want to have yours at 17?
Yeah, they raised you.
You got to raise them. I'm about to go out now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
She got a date.
absolutely.
She got a date. Like I'm trying to tell you.
I couldn't keep it because
She
your
ain't
ass.
just, no, she ain't just being. She ain't just.
I'm not mad at
no,
her.
She ain't just being mean.
But
She gotta be
just
ready at
She got to
9:30.
be tougher and got to make sure her daughter doesn't make those same decisions. You got to be older, so
But
she
guess
won't
what?
do that.
But guess what? DH, we got.
And the men have
we
to
gotta-
be there too.
we
I
gotta
don't
really-
want it to like we're-
Time
men
out
have
though.
to be there too.
Yeah, but I just feel like we're in this space
You're right.
in life right now where nobody wants to feel like I'm under you. I don't care if it's age, a job, this team. I don't care if I've been here 1 year, you've been here for 10, nigga. I'm not under you. Nah. Like everybody want to be equal. Everybody want to feel, but that's not reality. Remember, I was just telling you earlier, like the reality is in life, there's people that can fight, there's people that can't. The people that can fight could talk a little bit crazier than the people that can't fight.
No, but that's this. no, but that's this Milli Vanilli internet era. Anybody can say what they want, be what they want. You can hide from the fact that your internet name is tough guy, tough guy. You can even meet up with somebody. You can even meet up with somebody and have a shootout in person. But if it happens to go wrong, and you go to jail, and you get on that house, and you have to walk down that tier, real tough guy's there.
Yeah, he's really there.
His arch enemy gonna do it to you's on the other side, and the worst
Not
efforts,
gonna do
and
it
the
to
worst
you.
efforts in the middle with a tier, just surveil and everything. That's his name too.
The worst
ever. So when you get that handle, you pretty much know who he is.
Yes.
And guess what too? Being that your internet cool, they all know each other because they're for real. So they got these beefs going on, but being that your internet cool and nobody knows you, you got a situation when you come in because only you call you tough guy. So you know it's this whole era, like you said. And then like to me, it's the same in sports. Everybody talks like everybody's the same. I'm sorry, everybody's not going to have the same thing as LeBron. And guess what? You're not going to ask me why he didn't come yesterday. Because I'm going to tell you need to get your game together, or you're not going to be around here.
No.
We're never going to talk about why he didn't come.
Because I went to college late.
He wanted a day off.
Because I went to college late, I ran into that transition. And I'm a third-year player on the team, and I'm older. I'm about 28. You know what I mean? I ain't come out of high school. I got kids. I got 3 kids. Like, when they was pulling me in, they put me in the office like, yo, Beast. The coaches call me Beast. Like, Beast ain't something from Albany. Like, this been, so, like, yo, Beast, we need you to chill because you be bugging sometimes and certain things you say to the coaches and we'd rather you come in the office and say it to us because you got this guy who just got here this year. He's starting to try to act like you. No, so y'all supposed to have that dude in here and tell him, listen, I know he act like that, but he earned the right to act like that. He has the rapport with us to act like that. You don't. Don't do it. But, instead of telling him he not allowed to do it because he didn't earn the right, they're going to tell me, somebody who, listen, I know you, fam. Me and you got into it over there. You tried to call somebody, so you're not even like that. And you're only like 2 years older than me. Like, relax.
Instead of nipping him in the butt.
Instead of nipping him in the bud, you're a first year player, you just got here. You can't act like that. No matter what you see. That disappeared. Like you said, and everybody, you're going to treat everybody equal. And
I mean, I feel like, because you're a star, you still got to work out and do all the things that everybody else has to do, but there's going to be perks.
Facts.
And there's certain reasons, like, I can't say to myself, it's okay that the fact that LeBron is playing 3 more years has added to the TV deal. It, in fact, put money in my pocket. But I'm upset that he got a $12,000 recliner in the locker room. I can't, what does that have to do with me, is what I'm saying.
And no, you can't put a recliner in the locker room.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because you didn't earn that right.
So if we find out you ordered one, that could be it.
Facts.
Like, I'm talking about, you got to go home to further notice. I really don't know what you was thinking, man. You how?
But Braun, no.
Yeah.
It can't, we got to stop doing that. Everything ain't but somebody else.
No.
People.
See, my point is, it's parameters. The dude that's the CEO that signed everybody's check, he don't get treated the same way that the receptionists do. That's not the way it play out. He just show when he come through. Like, everything ain't the same. Now, I'm not saying that gives you the right to talk to anybody anyway.
I'm with you.
What I'm saying is, it ain't the same.
It ain't the same. So if you got a different interest you walk through that other people can't come through, well,
and at the end of the
even
day,
the Spike Lee thing, Spike should be able to come through the chimney if he feel like it. For as long as he been supporting that shitty ass organization.
Dolan's whole history is just Dolan's whole history is just insane. He's classic proof that billionaires got their own league. Yeah. They just let him destroy it all, do what he want to do.
What has he destroyed, though?
No, I'm talking about he's making a ton of money.
That's all
so
they care
nobody
about.
says
Facts.
nothing.
Facts.
But since my point is, you don't have to win, to me, as a fan, but you have to be in contention. Since you and them left that last thing in '99 when they went to the finals, it's been really bad, except for 2 seasons. So I think
it's been intentionally bad.
My point is, there's LA and New York is the 2 big meccas. Those 2 can't have 20-year bad things.
To you,
the Lakers put it together in 2-3 years. To the
NBA,
the Lakers
LA
put it together.
And Boston are the 2 big meccas to the league.
No, LA and New York.
But I don't think they care about that.
I don't think they care about them winning.
They don't care about them
winning. But New York and LA is the 2
anyway.
biggest media.
New York don't matter.
Let me ask.
Look.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
But you're right. That's
Let
why
me ask you
he
a
can
question.
do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You go get a pack of weed. Big load too. It's garbage. But despite the fact that it's garbage, you getting it out the door, hand out of this. You can't put it in bags fast enough. As fast as it's getting out the door. Why would you go pay more money for better weed? If this is moving as fast as you could possibly move weed, you can't move weed no faster. No matter what you got, you can't move it no faster than this shit is moving.
Sell it out anyway.
You're gonna sell it out and get some more for the low and sell it out for the low. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Why would you spend?
There's only one problem with your flaw.
What's that?
And I'm not bothered at you, but I'm bothered at TH because he knows this.
It ain't gonna care.
No. explain the highest payroll in the league during these periods.
Yeah, the Knicks be up
Now, it's
there.
one thing if you're doing what you said,
Yeah.
because that's the only way you get
The
trash.
Knicks be playing
If you're
fair.
giving me the trash for the low, then yeah, I can lie to people, I can tell them stuff, but I'm giving you a pound for 200. I mean, like, how can we fight? But I'm saying,
Nah,
if
they
I'm
do be
paying,
paying for-
but if I'm paying as much as everybody else, why would I want to do that? Ain't we horrible? But I will add this though, and I will add this, and I said this to people. People can say whatever they want. Genes trump everything. And to get to the point 100%, number ones and number twos change your career. With all those
Yeah,
horrible
Knicks
records
got
they
it.
had,
They
the
never
worst
got it.
record in the league when Carl Towns was drafted, they got the 5th.
Yeah.
The Knicks is the worst record,
Yeah.
getting the 6th pick.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. Never happens to
Yeah.
the Lakers.
Yeah.
When the Warriors had that bad year, they got the 2nd pick. The LeBron James is walking through the doors. Those number ones change when you get those, like to do with those number twos. You get like 2 of those over a 3-year period.
Good.
Then get a 4.
The Knicks can't get none of
Now
that.
you so my point is, while he's the worst, the Knicks got really horrible draft pick
Yeah.
luck too.
Yeah.
Pat was their last number 1. That was 85.
Yeah, Knicks bad.
Yeah, he don't care.
Oh no, he don't care.
And let's be clear, it's not like he's like, I don't know if there's any other NBA teams that the arena owns the team. Are there any other NBA teams like that? Like, if Madison Square Garden owns the Knicks. Like, Dolan is just the president of MSG conglomerate. They own the Knicks, the Liberty, the
Well,
Rangers, and whoever
no,
else the fuck
he
playing
own all
there.
that. In cable vision, where the money come from? That's family money. That's why he's allowed to do all of that.
Yeah, I
He's
got
at
all
the helm of
this.
all of that. Him. You know what I'm saying? But he got it though. But you know, some people, you know,
Why do I give the Knicks is losing and they still making me money?
everybody gonna make money off the TV deal. That's their hobby, like how we got hobbies to beat each other. You know.
Alright. Right now is the age of the podcast. Everybody got a podcast. And then everybody else got a podcast. What does it take to start one? Because I remember we've been talking about starting a podcast.
Yeah, a minute ago.
You actually had the equipment and stuff.
I do.
See? I heard you mention it. Like, me and my man, we was talking about
We talked about it before. We talked about it.
Topics. You gotta have dedication. You know, you gotta
Dedication.
put into it. Like you were saying with anything else, you want to put into something. I mean, if you want to get out of something, then you gotta put in. You gotta be serious. You gotta have a plan. You gotta look at what's going on the internet, what you like, what you're doing. You know, what you bring to the table. Like you really gotta be into it. You know, and then I guess the people gotta like you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
I think who the people? Like, I think there's so many people in the world that you could get on here and dig in your nose every day and somebody gonna like it.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of, fans, there's search engines and things that go on and govern. You could be the funniest dude in the world, but if you in a town with 10 people, who's gonna know? You know, those 9 people, he is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have access to nothing else, then you know you got to get to the masses. You know.
Yeah. I think the most important thing, like you said, is like dedication, putting your time in. It's gonna take time, effort. That's really
Is
what
that
you
what
need.
stop everybody?
Yeah, that probably will stop most people.
Yeah,
It's the time that you have to
but
put
you know,
into it.
it's amazing me all the time that these people that was hot 20 years ago, I really feel that that's a strong reason why people lose their stardom. The only people you get fanned out over is the people you never see no more. The people that never come on the internet, that never do interviews, you know, but it's because it's a rare group. Everybody talking about, yeah, man, me and Pac was together, man, in 9-4. Like, I don't even want to hear another story. Like, that's like for real. Whatever happened in 9-4, I wish you left it between you and Pac. Or he said it on one of them interviews before he died, or these unconfirmed stories and everything. But
Some of the unconfirmable, like you can't even.
yeah,
Like,
but nobody ever wants it to stop. You know, when it's over, they got to get the podcast. You know, it's over now.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, most people that go away, you know, filthy. The ones that people that start the podcast shit, they fucking run. It's income based and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like the money making successful podcast, like first of all, if you thinking, oh, I'm a podcast for the bread,
Yeah.
you might as well, you know what I mean? That ain't it.
Yeah.
The people that's making money off of podcasting are, like Elle said, they're lingering or returning familiar faces.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't stars, we knew who they were. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Joe was ever a star. I don't know if, I mean, I guess Nori got hot enough to where his stardom was crazy, but he
It's
was
a
never
different
like,
time of what a star. Like, anybody was like.
yeah, like a celebrity.
Anybody
Period. If you could,
yeah.
like if you was on TV before, you recognizable. You're hot.
Nori had one good year.
But he knows enough people. It's who you can bring on your shit.
No, but you know
that counts for something.
Nori was a hard worker. Everybody liked.
No, everybody liked Nori.
liked
Everybody
Nori.
fuck with Nori.
And that means a lot
Yeah.
when everybody mess with you. But another big thing with what you just said
Gilly.
is the platforms behind them. Revolt, which Puff's own, is behind them. He had a platform pushing him. But what I find that's ironic is that people don't even see through. If you look on Google News right now and you go and you scroll down, they'll tell you something that Drink Champ said. We control everything. We just have people above us controlling. Drink Champs is bigger than everything. I don't know if they understand that. Bigger than everything.
Breakfast Club.
People ain't going there no more because of, like, to look out for Nori. That's a plug for them.
No, people going there because they get your streams up.
That's a plug for them.
Yeah.
So when you go, so when you look at it and how big it got, but it has a big platform, and it started out with a right idea. Whatchamacallit, the guy there, DJ Effin.
Mm-hmm.
He's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm. He know a lot of people. He's connected.
Tell a lot of stories, but good name in the industry. Everybody always liked him. So him and Nori, doing that, it was a good idea. Then you sit around. What do people love to do? Drink, speak. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good
I
thing.
need another drink.
It's a good thing. I like that though. I like
one of
when
them ice circles and that shit. You got special ice, man.
not the
Look
special,
at here.
not the special
Look
ice, though.
Special ice.
top part of it.
I had that type of ice.
Pull that little
Special
white.
ice.
I seen I shared the thing on Facebook earlier with the
This one right here.
with the dude standing behind their girl at the register.
Yeah.
It says soon be me.
Not soon be you.
Oh, that was hilarious right there.
Not soon be you.
Go.
For me, I just decided to do it. I'm like, you know what? I keep talking about it, and then I keep waiting for this person or that person
Can't do
because
that.
I just
Definitely can't wait for me.
I'm gonna do it. You just definitely can't wait for me.
Bro,
Well, you was early today.
No, I'm always early when it's time to do it. I just but we gotta do it. You give me the time and place, I'm with it.
I got tired of sitting in the park talking about it, saying we should do it, and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna do it and see how it go and see what happens with it. I've been trying to watch non-famous people podcasts lately.
Like the podcast, like I watch. No podcast I really.
Cool.
I'm into crazy shit like Joe Rogan because he be bringing different people on and shit like that and be talking about crazy shit.
Yeah, I started with Joe Rogan. Like that was probably my first one. But even Joe, I knew Joe already from. He's one of the announcers on the UFC.
Yeah, that's where I know him from.
And he did the Fear Factor. He was the host of that.
Yeah.
So I had already knew who he was. Again, we're saying like a celebrity who.
I gotta be honest with you. I can't believe, and I don't mean this in a negative way, I mean in a wild way. I can't believe where he took it from Fear Factor to now.
Huh?
And we always be speaking about like black people and stuff, how it be so like that was crazy, man. He got like a $200 million deal or something. He's it now with his podcast thing. Like he's number one. So You know, that's like he's,
But I don't know his full history. I don't know where he was before Fifth Action.
I know he's the Howard Stern of this podcast stuff right there. He's getting to the bag.
And I think
RZA,
Joe right behind him.
But it's numbers.
I think Joe right behind him.
Y'all listen to RZA as well?
Mm-hmm.
RZA as well? That's what I like him. You gotta listen to him. He be talking about basically like
I like him too.
us and like he different than most like dudes that be talking about black people and what we need. He don't talk about the history as much. He talk about what we need to do.
Yeah, going forward.
He like
yeah,
the history happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it happened and all that shit. Like what we need to do. What Dale put us on. I seen him because of the Dale and be listening to him a lot. Yeah, I gotta start reading more. I used to read a lot more. I gotta start doing that shit more too.
Yeah,
That's always
A lot of these podcasts, that should just be the whole everything the same.
Yeah, a lot. And then promoting beefs.
That ass.
And
That's
this
what
person
I'm saying.
said that.
I
And
don't
like
be
Whack
watching
100
that.
is in everything in the world. Like Whack 100. Like, he's in everything in the world. When you look at, a lot of these things, it's just crazy. But some people use chaos.
Yeah, because that's what
To get
people
numbers.
love chaos.
Yeah, people love chaos.
That's what sells. Chaos and
fact.
twerking ass niggas. That's
So
what-
there's a reason that
seriously.
traffic get backed up when there's an accident. Because everybody's
Everybody
looking.
stop that ass.
Everybody
That should be on the
looking.
side.
There's a
Everybody. They be on the other side of the
Facts,
road.
looking.
God, you be like, you get up there like, motherfuckers, everybody, it's just slow.
And then you look
Catch
too.
yourself.
Then you look too. Like you talking
Something
about.
had to happen.
Like low
Everybody
key,
slow
we
down.
want to see
Somebody must
carnage.
be over there hanging out the damn window or something to make everybody stop. Let me look too.
Let me look too. Oh, that's what they was looking at.
Nothing. Word, man. This shit crazy.
I don't know.
That's all that happened.
But has that not been going on for as long as
Right at the
we can
beginning of the
remember?
time, man.
Like chaos sells in the music, in the movies,
Facts.
like
Violence is
People can say what they want, man.
We used to
People
fight
love-
in the
people
Coliseum.
People
to death.
love the foolishness.
people love the foolishness.
Crazy part. And the only people that didn't like it was us at one time. They don't tell us that though. We was the only people that wasn't on that. But now we're the animals.
But we glorify everything.
Yeah, they made us
He's
this
a
way.
real one. He's a real one for shooting people that look just like him. It's weird.
Yo, since we there, let's keep it going with the list. Like you said, we glorify it. Why is jail clout better than college clout?
There's a saying, and it hurts me to have to admit that it's true. But I think it's also a community thing, because in certain communities it's not. But in certain places it is true. So we have to acknowledge that you get a better reception coming home from jail than you do from college.
Facts.
You didn't just came home, got a bachelor. And everybody waiting on Dirt Dog Lowdown. He'll be home in 2 days. We can't wait to Dirt
Big
Dog get here.
cookout. But what I will say about that, I think that's getting kind of old too.
Nope.
No,
I don't feel like that's as much as it used to be.
no, it ain't as much.
Well,
It was like
Time
that
out,
a
time
lot.
out, time out, time out, time out,
It
time out.
ain't as much
Time
as
out.
it used to be, because when dudes get home now, dudes is ducking them because they don't want to give them nothing. But I'm saying,
Yeah, I think people have gotten selfish. People have gotten more introverted and into self. So people ain't, in general, as helpful towards others. So that's
Like, it used to be
except the
like
killers,
like you
like,
said, it
they
used to
go
be like
see
a
the
bad.
killers.
It used to be like I think that shit like niggas used to come home. Where you was at? Where you was at? You was just like that shit. Like you want to talk about that shit. Like some people do like that shit. They glorify it. As in like, but it used to be like a badge of honor for young black men. You had to go to jail.
as a
Shit
street.
like that.
I still believe that as a legitimate street dude. If you decide that you want to be a street dude as your career for your living, I think that you have to go to jail.
you know, because the goal is not to go.
Exactly.
But until you go, and listen, this just from the outside, until you go, there's always a question mark on you. Will you tell if it go down?
No, but
There's always gonna be that question
They
mark.
go in town.
no, but everybody's goal is, but everybody goal
And
is
then I'm just
to
telling you
never
what I
get
hear.
locked up
Yeah.
and rain out. Then you to go. That's the
That's
thing.
nah.
But-
That's what people say.
But
That's
what
not
you're
the
saying
reality.
is but what you're saying is, which is true, is That ain't the way it play out. Very few people get that reality, but a big part of that is their self. Because Meech was impeccable about his business. He didn't own a phone. Everybody was instructed to call him dude, so they wasn't even saying Meech on the phone calls they were saying about him. But he had a billboard, in downtown Atlanta, said the world is ours, and no businesses. So you can make yourself hot too. You gotta lay low.
But it go back to,
You gotta lay low.
like, think about it. Low key, even when we was talking earlier, you said it. You was like, yeah, you could be out here and have a shootout and all of that, but when you go to jail and you got to walk that tear, now what? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's always
the dudes that was on the news.
Even if you out here and you tough, like, yeah, he tough out here because he got that gun, but he got to, you know what I mean? Like, so if you never go to jail, you can't even get stamped as a legitimate tough guy because it was, yeah, he was tough because he had the gun, but if he ain't had that gun, if he had to go to jail without that shit, he'd have been pussy. Niggas would have ran down on him. Niggas, you know what I mean?
Well, people are gonna say that, but people gotta hate you. If you're the one that rained 20, you don't care nothing about. I'm raining out here. Never going in. Never going.
Not to prove a point to y'all.
Never. Yeah. Why would I ever? They want me to go in. They want me to go in because I got 2 Maybachs in the last 4 years. You right. I'm gonna go in. No, I was just playing. I ain't going in. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But jail funny too. You could go in and be soft as cotton. If you heavy and you got that bag, you got 8 people around yourself. What's up, fam? I don't want if the paper came in. Don't matter if it came in. I'll bring the paper back. If the paper in the house, I'm gonna bring it back. Like, it's gonna be the same way. Don't ever get me wrong. The only thing about jail is nothing can save you from that random situation with people like you. That what I mean by just something to take them off. You know what I'm saying? Because the coolest people sometimes, you say something and your henchmen don't be there to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is funny sometimes. Everybody on a visit and it's just you and him. And you say something. He been waiting on you. They can't save you right now, Playboy. They can't save you right now. Now you're going to get that tough one. So it is best to be able to do something.
But I see a lot of other people, man. Schools, a lot of people going to school, man. A lot of kids going to college now, man.
I agree.
But I see a lot of that.
There was 4 ways they were going to do it. I love what Albany High ultimately did. That was beautiful. With the different buildings in the school.
Yeah, like they got different,
and finally, they're going to have that dramatic emphasis on the building over there where you can learn the automotive and all that stuff. See, things is different.
Give my man Abe's the job.
But things are different now than they were 30 years ago. Like you're
Abe's
saying,
the basketball job and go to the moon.
Like you're saying, why tell a kid if he's going to be a carpenter now? There's more information for teenagers to go in that know what they want to do. And so
That's what they did to her, taking trades out. Man, everybody, a black man is 50, 60, 70, take care of their family.
Work trade.
That was the
they
worst.
Took that away.
That was
school ain't for us. Trade is for a lot of black kids could have trades.
No, but they're gonna have an emphasis with those new buildings and then all that. And then we gotta have it though. Yeah. Like I hate videos when you got a 2-3-year-old in there dancing, but ain't nobody sitting down with them with that other real stuff. Ain't no dancing if we ain't did the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, and we ain't did all this other stuff. Knowledge is the equalizer. But we had nothing. That's the equalizer. That's why they don't want you to have it.
We have a hot commodity. We have a hot commodity. Our kids, and we try, as a whole, we try our best to sell them as soon as possible. If your kid even almost got what you think is a talent, you're putting it on every platform. Hope somebody want to pay for it.
Every kid does. I mean, a lot of parents do that now. That's very dangerous. Everything is, but everybody's, but that's the thing now. Everybody has an online presence. You know what I'm saying?
But Facebook, I like Facebook from interacting, messing with y'all, talking shit like that. But the shit, man, they tell you to say, what does it say? When you write your what the status?
How you feeling today?
Yeah, what's on your mind?
You can't
tell you what's on my mind.
You're gonna block me and put me back in the Facebook bin.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm tired of going to Facebook jail. So I don't be wanting to say nothing about it.
Jail work, man.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been in
you're a
jail,
predicate.
but- Yeah, I'm done.
Yo.
They know I'm about that.
Facebook something
jail.
else.
Nah,
man.
Facebook crazy. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, just came back from Bermuda. I'm just now, like late in my life, getting into traveling. I never really cared for it. I still don't know if it's something I would do by myself, but with the family, it's cool. I know you've done a fair amount of traveling. What about you? Where you been, Al?
Been some places,
Yeah.
man. Did a lot of things with family. Did a lot of things alone. You know, when I was younger, one of the most eye-opening things I did alone was when I went to Cali. You know what I'm saying? The early 90s when everything was really going on. Eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? Florida, down south, Virgin Islands, Mexico, a few places, Vegas. Traveling's always nice. Atlantic City's like my happy place.
Yeah, Atlantic City. We got a timeshare in Atlantic City.
That's my happy place
It's
right there.
not your
My boy
happy
in Atlantic
place.
City, boy.
Yeah, it's in Atlantic City.
Very comfortable there.
Cool, relaxing. Like,
That's up Cali, Vegas,
Yeah.
Vegas.
I won $40 from TH in about 5 minutes.
Oh what?
Huh?
Oh what?
First, y'all bet me that that was y'all hotel. Like, we walking down the boardwalk. I'm like, yo, that wasn't y'all hotel. I'm like, yes, it was. I'm telling you, we stayed there. I'm like, yo, I'm telling y'all that ain't it, because I know where it's at. I'm down here all the time. Watch. So we get to it, like, there you go. Told you. He's like, all right, $20. Then we coming off the boardwalk, and they got the little arm thing, to stop cars from going there.
Oh yeah.
Somehow he like, yo, you can't jump over that beast. I'm like, are you serious, man? You're bugging. I can't jump over. And it's probably like to my to my sternum. He's like, you can't jump. I'm like, yo, you bugging. I'm like, yo, I get a running start. He's like, yo, I don't care what you do, you ain't getting over that. Cleared that easy. Cheer him. Number 20. Like, I'm in Atlantic City. I don't gamble. I don't play one game, one machine, one nothing.
But yeah, and I hit.
I bet on me.
I hit for like 1,100
Facts.
fight. I never even seen the dude fight before. What's his name?
You bet Lomachenko was gonna
lose against the Spinnaker only because the dude was talking Brooklyn this, Brooklyn that. I'm like, I'm betting on him. Like that ass, he was the underdog, the dude. I'm betting on him. He dead ass won. Yo, like
That was a big win. I remember you told me about
yeah,
that. He had the crazy odds.
yeah, but that, traveling, man, I think I want to go to Africa. It's crazy, my man.
I do too.
Bob just came back from Africa a couple days ago.
He liked it.
I
How
do
was
too.
it?
Yeah, he loved it, man.
I do too. I want to go.
I wanna go to
I
Africa.
want to go to North. I want to go to North Africa too. Egypt.
For Bob's at Egypt. I want to go to Egypt. Definitely.
I want to go to Egypt, man. You know, go to Cairo.
Kids gotta travel, man. Like I remember we used to go down south all the time. That's where we used to go down South Carolina. My whole family. Yeah. Marion, South Carolina. My whole family lived on dirt road.
That's the dirt road.
Yeah, all dirt back when I was a kid. That's when I was younger. Then we used to go. It wasn't even bathrooms in the house. We used to have to go to the outhouses in the back.
Not the outhouse.
That's in the '90s.
Not the outhouse though.
Crazy. I'd piss on myself if I went out there at night.
Oh, the animals. That's
Ain't
what
going
I
out
like
there.
about Florida, man. The animals, man. I don't like nobody telling me nothing like it might be gators outside. Like, how that's just cool. I'm supposed to just absorb that and keep everything the same.
I want to go to Jamaica too. Been to DR. I went to DR. You been to DR?
I haven't been to DR. I want to go.
DR was like, I didn't like the resort. I didn't like the food at the resort. The
Why
resort
you like the
was
resort?
crazy.
I
Nah, I'm
heard
about to
the
say the
food
resort
was
was crazy.
phenomenal.
Man, I ain't like that shit. Because it was the all-inclusive. But I don't like nothing all-inclusive.
Oh, so
When I go to all-inclusive, I don't like it.
Did you didn't go off the resort? They had a
We went off.
They had a security team.
Nah, we went off the resort like once. Cause we went on a little 4-wheeler ride. and
America
shit.
getting dangerous too, just
Yeah.
like in third world countries.
We went on and that's I really hated. That's we went on the 4-wheeler rides in DR. So we riding through the dirt road and shit. So first thing I see a little black girl. She had like a little piece of, might have been a flower, a piece of grass. Like she like trying to sell it to me. So I go in my pocket. I give her 20. I'm like, damn, I only got 20. I give her a $20 bill. So I ride down like another half a mile. It's bad little dark kids in the yard, like barefoot out there.
Nah,
Listen, man, I'm like, yo, they barefoot. It's like 100 kids, bro, down there. I'm like, I ain't had no chains or nothing, so I give a couple of them 20s. I'm like, man, so I'm telling you, I'm like, why do y'all ain't, like, we coming through place like they live there? Like, they clothes on the line, they ain't got no money. Like, I'm like, why you ain't tell us, like, we come through here and we can give them money and shit like that? You supposed to let us know that. So, like, I'm like, that's crash shit fucked up, like, my whole ride. Like, we went to this, like, spring and the waters and all that shit. Like, that shit fucked up everything. Like, everybody was mad, like, when we got there, like, we kicking up dirt all on them, and they were all black as men. So that's what I see. Like, something like them black Dominicans, like, they put them all in the fucking back somewhere in the bottom where there's pores and like. So then I get back. Then I get back to the hotel later on and shit like that. And I'm watching the news and shit like that, and I see they're all Haitians. So like they got the Haitians at the like they violate the Haitians. It's like they're down there like it's all the Haitians. Like I'm wondering like they ain't nobody lighter than me. Like they're all black. So I'm like that shit crazy. That shit had me so mad, bro. Like they just shit on us everywhere. Like everywhere. We don't even know it.
In Ukraine, they was shitting on them. They was going through the bullshit.
And it's funny, like, because even amongst ourselves, like, we gonna find invisible lines.
I like that. They're the toughest ones sometimes. When don't nobody know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It was the toughest one.
Like, let's be clear, like, even when all the white people are wiped out due to interracial breeding, it'll be light skin versus dark skin, it'll be fat versus skinny, it'll be tall versus short.
Because the crazy part about
an invisible line.
The crazy thing about it, the black and white is an invisible line. It's so crazy that because the people really don't like the people that really run shit don't care about black. They don't care about them poor white people either. but the poor white people so have been on like. At least we ain't niggas.
But that's what made Trump so special. The way he bluffed them out. He didn't care nothing about them.
Bluff them. He made them feel like at least we're not niggas.
They taking all their food stamps, taking their stuff left and right. But one thing they know is Trump is their man, and they can count on him. He's the one that pays $735 in taxes. He's gonna be by your side. Well, that's why I like Trump. That's why the funniest thing in the world is everybody talk about he going to jail. Guess what? Everybody but him is going to jail. He ain't
Trump
going
from
down.
Queens. Queens with the
down.
money. What are you talking about?
Not going down. Ain't no ex-president going to jail.
Trump from Queens.
With all the secrets
Trump
of the
used
world.
to be on mixtapes doing
That's an
drops.
illusion right there.
Trump is really. I'm like, I don't know if he's racist or he just played the game. I'm like, he just don't care.
Both and all of the above.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He just played the game, bro.
Like
if Trump,
you got
like
people,
I feel like
he had people around him telling him like, "Yo, this is what people want to hear you talk about. This is what people want to hear."
If Trump felt like he could come out with Jay-Z and them and get all the black votes, he would have. If he felt like that was the way to go.
For sure.
And Jay would have went.
Yeah, that would. I felt like he felt like
he
that.
had no problem using the race card.
Yeah.
To get where he got to get where he wanted to go.
That's all.
Facts. So whether he believed that or not,
Trump got dudes wearing their flags, proud again.
Wow. A little extra Bob.
Oh man.
a lot of Bob.
But you know what kills me? They're gonna keep us in the forefront out of being improper. Mm-hmm. That's the illest thing I ever seen was him on that tape. I was trying to get that chick, man. I was taking her shopping, everything. The tape he was on before he won, the chick took a civil suit, and the dude got fired. That shot the tape. And they don't show the tape no more. I keep telling people.
Can't find that tape.
I keep telling people they in their own little league though.
I was looking for it.
I keep telling people there's a different league. Certain people just ain't going down. They stopped playing the tape though.
You can't find the tape. Like LeBron got dunked on.
But that same dude is going to jail. The one that you can't find the tape of. No, he's not going to jail. Whatchamacallit might though, and I'm really happy about it.
Trump was at my uncle's wedding.
Bro?
Yeah.
Giuliani.
Trump was at my uncle's wedding. The picture.
That picture you and this
Trump
little
was
kid,
there,
Trump
man.
was there.
Yeah.
I believe you. He was outside.
That's what I'm saying. That was Mike and
He was trying to spend money too. What's up?
All right. I'm sorry I missed some of the traveling conversation, but what I've enjoyed most about traveling is the eats, different foods and stuff. I already know. That's why it's a topic. I knew I was here with.
Crazy you missed when I was talking about DR. Like I went to DR. I was like, I ain't like it. Like you ain't like DR. And I was like, it was the food, bro. All the
You ain't like the food?
All the exclusive shit. I didn't like the food. Like if I go anywhere, if the food ain't good, I'm done. Everybody know that. All my friends, my girl, like. The food ain't good, he's gonna be a grumpy.
Oh, so you had the all inclusive.
That is a problem.
Yeah,
that's
that's why I go. I don't care about nothing else.
You just want
like
fair.
Traveling for
trying
women,
different
San Juan.
I love food.
We went to a little restaurant in San Juan.
cuisine.
The food was good. But so far, out of all the places I've been traveling, food wise, take me back to New Orleans.
I was about to say, listen.
Take me back.
Tati, my baby mother, that's where she went. She went when we heard her first went to New Orleans. She's like, the food was crazy. And my mother lived in New Orleans for like 2 years. She like the food.
Yo, I'm gonna say this for anybody paying attention. Willie Mae's Scotch House might have some of the best fried chicken I have ever had in my life. We walked about 45 minutes to get there, and then sat out there for about another 2 hours and some change waiting. And I would go sit online again right now.
We waited in line for 2 hours?
Huh?
2 hours?
Yeah, some change. Maybe close to 30. All right.
That's a nice amount of time.
And we had walked 45 minutes to get there. So I'm like, man, we here. And we don't know it's going to be that long until you here.
We all together.
It was mad people outside.
Smoke, chill.
Facts. I had a clip. I had my music.
Yeah, you know, I was ordering everything on the video. Everything.
Yo. That fried chicken was good.
Good food places.
But not even just that.
I remember when we was in Atlantic City, I ordered some food out. Crazy 5-star restaurant. I had to go. I went and picked it up and brought it. Yo, it was the only thing.
You don't like the waterfront in Atlantic City?
Yeah, I was down there. I ain't had that.
That's Harris has a buffet.
Okay.
That's the buffet. That's one of the things I like about casinos, and that's one of the things I think that Rivers did wrong. Because if you ever had them casino buffets
in Vegas, that's that's all you do.
If you ever been to a real casino buffet, you'll never look at what's the ones that
nothing. The international buffet.
I'm talking about the ones that they have on TV and all that.
Yeah.
You'll never you'll never look at them the same again.
Bro, with lobsters.
You know, waterfront you can eat anywhere in the country. I mean, the world. So let's start off there. Let's take it to China. You could just move around. They got everything. All the
that's how it is in Vegas.
It'd be like for you to come in the waterfront.
Harris?
No, Atlantic City.
In
the water.
Harris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
that's where we was at too.
No,
in the middle of
Harris is on the other side.
No, Harris is wild. Harris is way
He wasn't in there.
No.
He wasn't at the casino.
I know where's that.
We was at the casino in Harris.
No. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Harris is on the other side. So we on the boardwalk. So from the boardwalk, like, you know,
Harris is all the way down. It is all the way down.
Right. See what I'm saying? It's all on the other side. That's what I'm saying. From the boardwalk, but it's not far.
But it's a beautiful one right where y'all was at too, though. Caesar's buffet crazy.
Okay.
The casinos be having, they always in Vegas. They all got buffets.
Yeah, that's why I said Vegas.
Crazy buffet.
Vegas and whatchamacallit, like before I go to the Vegas or Atlantic City, I'm going on Groupon immediately in order to get my buffet immediately. Then you know they got the 90-minute massages too. That's how you getting up looking for an incident. Who said something? I don't really want no problems, man, but I'm in good shape. You know?
All my bus was feeling great.
For 12 hours, I'm looking good.
I ain't know about the buffet.
Oh my God.
I ain't know about the buffet.
TH's like, that's all it's about. That's
you said trying
Yo,
to
that's
say.
fine.
We should have been
Look up now.
We should have been looking
that's
for
fine.
things.
Like that.
But time out.
She like, look,
We went to
go
Kelsey's. Kelsey's was
Kelsey's was
cool.
good.
Kelsey's was good. It ain't like I took. You know what I mean? We suggested Kelsey's.
Well,
Kelsey's
that,
was
yeah.
good, but
Get the 60 minutes. It isn't her next time you go back. Go on Groupon though, get it cheaper. That massage you gonna get up just talking wild, Joe.
Right.
You gotta.
Yeah, like no THs in food guy.
Yo, bro,
Well, shit, man.
I
Definitely
keep
gonna
hearing
check
about
out.
what y'all two. I keep hearing New Orleans is exquisite.
Oh my God.
I haven't had the pleasure.
And like I
I'm
said,
gonna make sure I get it.
Everywhere we went, the only place we went that we didn't like the food was some place called Mother's, and I don't know who Mother that was, but don't go there. You know what I mean?
I
Different
was
people
just
mothers
thinking
cook
when you
different.
said it too. Nice name.
No, different people mothers cook different. I don't know who Mother that is.
That's a
The
good
fool, see how the fool gotta be can't even now. I don't know who mother that is. I'm trying to tell you.
We went to who was it? Ruby Slipper. Ruby Slipper food was amazing. We went and had brunch there. Had like some cinnamon toast bites with chicken, like some hot sweet chicken pizza. Oh, it was delicious.
I go out, I love
We went
steaks.
to
Me a good steak.
what was the joint? We went to what was the other joint? Mambo's. Mambo's.
I've been to Mambo's.
We went to
I've been
Mambo
there.
on Bourbon Street. It's right on Bourbon Street. Like you can get hit in your head with some beads.
Did you ever eat that Cajun gumbo?
She did. I did.
You said, why you said it? Did everything work out for her? Was she on fire?
No. She was good. Most of their gumbo, they got seafood in it. I'm not a seafood eater.
No, that's what I am. I know you. I know
Yeah.
you go the seafood way or the pork way. I'm
Okay.
definitely not going that way. What I'm saying. I know you go different way. I heard it's insane though. That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
was wondering if
I've
anybody
heard-
had any.
She
You got
like
any leads on where
Bro.
it might be like that kind of thing. Like, all
Oh,
I've heard is great things.
see, like all right, so
That's all I've heard.
we went for Mardi Gras, right? So, we got a hotel right downtown. Like, come outside the hotel and the parade
Kill a
going
walker, you
by,
can drink whatever you want. Kill a walker, too.
right? So, but we got to walk a little bit to get to like Bourbon Street, and we part of a group. Shout out to the Travel Divas. She was with them. So we got a whole little package. So one day we got a meet and greet with them. Then on the actual the main day, we got a balcony. So we got a whole buffet upstairs with a balcony. So we throwing beads on people. But to get to that chicken spot, like I said, from our hotel,
We
we
just
walked.
throwing beads, or you had them?
Huh?
You had them flashing.
little everything. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I'm not up there. We wasn't up there telling nobody like, "Yo, show your titties," or like. What I noticed is if you get the right beads, it's certain beads that they want. It's certain beads that they want. If you get the right beads, they'll find you and be like, "Yo." Mad people would be dangling beads. They'd be like, no. Him. What up? I want those. These? No, those. These? You gotta do something for these. You might do the backflip. Swallow fire. I'll go do something, though. It ain't gotta be. So, I still got some little Mardi Gras beads on deck. Them big joints over there? Oh, they do some things for them big joints. Oh, they do some things for them big joints. But that's during the daytime, right? Other joints that I had. The other joints that I had some hot tamale joints. Yeah, they was bugging for the hot tamale joints in the daytime. At night, that other joint that's a regular beads, but it got the little pendant on it that like the Saints thing. That light up. Oh, at nighttime, anything that light up. You can have some bullshit, but it light up. They on it.
Damn, nigga, $100 beads?
No. Like if you went in the store, like if you order them shits and it's people that come, they order them shits and come with boxes and boxes and boxes of beads to throw over that balcony. So the other thing I did was, when I ran out of beads, take a walk.
Mhm.
If you can catch, you can catch. I don't give a fuck who you was throwing this to.
Oh, not the gangster beat.
Snatchies.
Gangster beat.
Snatchies. I'm calling to everybody.
Oh, y'all had something going on? Next time, man.
You throw you another one. Do it again.
Yeah, my bad, but keep the bees though. Oh, my bad. Or walk off though.
And sometimes I catch them. There you go.
That's crazy.
And then throw one because I caught it. Yeah. So I'm catching beads. And, like, even as we leaving, I'm catching beads and giving beads. Like, I'm walking up on chicks like, man, take whatever we want. And we just having a good time out there.
That's the atmosphere.
We was having a good time. But the food was amazing beyond all of that other shit. But like I said, to get to the chicken, we had to take a nice little walk to the other side of town. And if you ask me if you wanted to get good anything, that's the side of town to get it cool. Like, part of the wait for the chicken was once we got in there, we found out that they had power had went out for a few minutes over there. They live in that part of. Okay, you got. Okay.
That's never cool.
Third ward.
That's never cool. The power went out.
Yo, the power went out for a second. The waitress told us that.
That don't sound.
But nah, the food was delicious down there. We had a really good time. If you get to go and eat. What do y'all listen to music wise? What y'all listening to? Y'all because music is so different right now. You just listen. Okay, so you just listen to retro music. You just listen to.
Nah, I do listen to retro
Shots
music,
fired.
but I do.
Huh?
No, you said retro music.
I do.
I caught that, but go ahead.
That was a shot?
That's retro.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is retro at this point.
At this point, it's retro.
No. What I mean by like, all right,
But I
don't even mean like new J, like still
no
listen
new
to
J.
the old records, still listen to that's retro.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you
True.
still listening to Big,
Yeah.
you still listening to
Old
like.
shit. But I do like some of the but I listen more to like fun rappers. Like, I like Moneybag. That's my man.
Okay.
He cool. He be having funny dude. Moneybag. I mean, I listen to some of the like Little Baby. He got some shit. He can rap. I mean, I listen to some of the dudes dirt. I mean, I like some of the stuff, but I just don't listen to all the shit. Like I ain't hearing a lot of this shit. Like, I listen to some of the stuff.
So you listening to
Oh, well, you know, it's still J, Big, Nas.
retro.
Let's do a lot of Fab still. I like
Okay.
Fab. I like him.
Shout out Fab.
You know, I like Fab, and I like some of the New Orleans. I definitely like Moneybag.
Yeah.
I definitely like that.
That's one of my favorite dudes. And I don't like he the best. I just like
Yeah,
Moneybag.
yeah.
Like,
I don't
used to
get caught up in
2 Chainz.
that.
That was my man. I like 2 Chainz. That was my man back in the day.
2 Chainz, yo. 2 Chainz got a feature on a Benny the Butcher joint that when I first heard the song, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I skipped 2 Chainz verse. Then just from having it playing on, you know, y'all, I always got my speaker. When I don't got my speaker, I got my headphones. Like I walk with theme music. So just from
I'm not
hearing
big
it,
on music, bro. I like everybody that get in my car. I'm like, I never play music. Like I don't listen to music. They're like, you don't know. Why'd you ride around? Like, I ride around thinking. What are you talking about? I don't listen to music. I don't. Like I don't have that shit playing in my car.
Yeah,
and
I
that
always
shit. Like,
got
I listen to
music
music very rarely. Like, I don't,
on the move.
I used to
Like,
listen to
I got that speaker and all that, but I don't sit in here and really listen to music much unless people hear. I don't really, you know what I mean? But when I'm on the move, when I'm on my bike, when I'm walking, when I'm on the bus, when I'm in the car, like, you know, like, I'm telling you, I take my speaker to Atlantic City, me and my wife go get a Wet Willie's drink, get my clip, we find a nice little bench to sit at where people, so we could people watch. With our music playing, I got the Atlantic City Boardwalk playlist. And we sit out there and chill, drinking our drinks, and people watch, listening to music.
Yeah, there's a lot of more stuff I want to do. I'm gonna do in the next couple of years. Like there's places I want to go, like different shit. Like I never thought about doing. Like Like,
Are you a daredevil?
Hell no. It's
Okay,
dangerous enough to be a black
Facts.
man. I ain't doing too much. But like I definitely want to go over to like what's the shit like over in Nevada to them shits. What's the name of this shit? Like the Grand Canyon.
Oh no, I'm good on all that.
That ain't no climbing.
No. I'm just good on that. I don't need to see a hole in the ground.
Nah, I can
you
walk
want to jump out the
I'm
plane.
more ill with water. Like I would like to like, even that from a distance though. I don't want to see waterfall up close. Like I don't want to go to like Niagara where it's splashing you. Nah, I'm good on that. But from back here to see a nice scenery, yeah, I like scenery.
Like I like camping. I've been camping a couple times.
Camping is fun. Camping is fun.
Oh, I got a controversial question.
I want to go.
We got to be more outdoors.
I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah,
We don't know how to grow shit.
We don't know how to grow shit. We don't know what we can eat to survive. We don't know what to kill us.
My
We don't know
grandfather,
what.
my grandfather Horn, like he hunted and fished. That's all he did. It was nothing to come in my basement and see a deer with his head cut off, draining. Squirrels, he in the living room with a squirrel skinning them shits, everything. Raccoons, all that. Like my grandfather, that's what he do. He hunt, fish.
Nah, I agree.
Like,
we definitely.
But I never did that shit.
We definitely all the way
Like, we
removed from knowing how to
that
live
type of
off the
shit.
land.
Like, what happens if we have to live off the
We
land?
fucked up.
We done. We don't know how to. A lot of people don't know how to put a fucking worm on a hook.
Facts.
Like that's crazy. We don't know how to grow nothing. That's crazy.
We know how to do it. We gotta put
Yeah,
these
it's gotta
skills
be
to
tapped.
use.
Gotta get.
Niggas know how to go on YouTube to find out how to grow weed
Yeah.
though.
Fact.
That's the same way they learn everything else.
Facts. But no,
So take that shit away.
But that's Once it's that time where we need it,
Circumstances.
that shit ain't gonna
That
be
shit
here.
be gone.
That shit gonna be gone.
Bad circumstances bring out genius.
Yeah, they do.
Eventually.
Nigga might know how to grow some shit different than. We over these dirt. We growing this shit.
Start a new.
Above the dirt.
Alright, yo, so next topic. Oh man. Do the streets really hate snitches as much as they say they do?
No. No.
I'm with you.
No, man.
But you know why?
He wanted to be
dependent on
real.
what they can do for you.
He wanted to be real.
It depends on what they can do for
No,
you.
my thing is, I just think, wow, I don't, this is my take. I think, no, I'll go with you. I'll say no.
That's tough.
Yeah.
No, but my point is, you watch Del Chapo. All them cartel niggas do is tell on each other.
Yeah.
To the highest level though, to the president.
But listen.
They give each other their locations. They was gonna tell on Meech.
Yeah.
They told on Harry O. Like,
But
but my thing is everything has its parameters, and I want to be clear here.
Let's go.
If you told you a rodent, let's be clear. There's no way to get around that. But my point is, my point isn't to get away with that. It's just the parameters in which everybody uses to who you're going to be cool with, who you're going to not be cool with, what's right and what's wrong. So that's my thing.
Yeah. No.
I just
It's not gonna be.
even that we talk about so many. And listen, I'm not wishing nothing on nobody, but so many people out here losing their life. So many of these kids is getting shot, shooting over anything and nothing. But I ain't heard that yet.
Well, again, I want to be, you want to be clear on this. Everybody says a lot of things, but what do they? Everybody says a lot of things, but what do they actively do? And when you look at something, you look at the throw-off. When you committed a crime, you did something. So every day in every walk of life and everything that we see in relationships in life, there's betrayal. If somebody did something to you, that's on you to handle. This is only this new internet era where it's everybody's business.
Yeah.
I want to be clear here. It shouldn't be no podcast. It shouldn't be nothing. If you don't sell dope, heroin, meth, you a nerd. And none of this is none of your business. This is gangster stuff. We don't get to do no what ifs. When your number get played, you will be judged. How you handle it. There is no, oh, you know what I would do now? Because we don't know. Sammy the Bull had 26 bodies. Ain't nobody came and killed him after that. You know, and I knew Alpo. I seen him in a few settings, and I told a lot of people, it's internet cool to say certain things. Before he died, ain't nobody gonna come up on him with no foolishness. Some people giving it up. So you don't know what a situation is. You don't know how anything played. And then let me ask you something. I left my wife and my woman in that today. I'm supposed to go put everything on the line for your situation? And then why don't we ask these people who had these cases, what did you do about it? That's your situation. You caught that case. The game is real. This is how it's played. Now everybody gets to talk and take a peek and say who did this. The game is for real. It's for real though. You know what I'm saying? That's my only point. The game is for real. You got to walk them walls. You got to do these things. Everybody will be judged. You know what I'm saying? But my point is you're going to be judged in the game if you do it right, if you do it don't. And what you just said to me, not a half an hour ago, is true. You could do everything right, like you said, and have that 20-year run and never go to jail. And what did he say? You ain't an official nigga if you don't catch the bid. Why? And you over there like, why? I ain't never went in. Why would I ever go? Why would I ever go in? I ain't did nothing wrong. I ain't had no police contact. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm just out here trying.
But you know how the streets work.
No,
The streets just start saying, "Oh, you must have been telling
No,
because
I
how
could-
you did this,
could
that,
never
that."
disagree with what he said. There's gonna be some haters over there. How TH gonna be at all these investigations. But TH just gets to keep coming
Yeah,
through.
TH keep
First
coming
he had,
home.
First he had lavender shoes on. Now he got royal blue. He just keep, no, that's the hate in him. Because he's talking about the colors. You know what I'm saying? But 20 years done went by and he ain't with that. I don't believe it. But you're right. That's the streets. How could I ever trust them? You know what I'm saying? So my point is the game, you could do everything right and still be judged. It's called the game. It ain't no right or wrong. And then like you said, it's levels like to whereas it's levels to where somebody facing 5. When you walk in their room and they close the door, hope you said bye to everybody. It's 40's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna see who really Gorilla Monsoon. It's 40's enough for me. Just let me know that. You know, you like what? You know what I'm saying? 4 people with the table. We're gonna see what's real now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody, this the internet era. That's Millie Vanilli. Everybody tough. Everybody hung with Tupac and Biggie while they was beefing. Everybody living the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a jab and they wrestle. You know what I'm saying? You get in that fight with him and you'd be like, oh, it was online. See, I didn't know you was
Everybody got their jab
and they wrestle. Beast, what I'm gonna do with you then? If you got a jab and you wrestle, like, what's my end? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I had a little jab, but you got the jab and you wrestle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting era we in. But you gotta be clear. Because niggas, you gotta be clear because due to all these situations and the push with the women, pushing all the men out of the house, we got one of the most interesting scenarios. It's crazy right now. Then you got these kids out here. These niggas got the gun in the purse.
Facts.
So you got a lot of emotions going on. You got a lot of emotions going on. Father been kicked out the house. Father been kicked out the house. They watched their mother have 8 dudes he was in love with. But this is going on. He got all these emotions going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Got the gun in the purse going across this
A few
joint.
years ago, right? A few years ago.
Nice one too.
Yo, a few years ago, I was saying to my wife,
A girl would die for it.
Die for it. You got the cheetah print.
That's my man right
Yo,
there.
he said,
Yo, no.
yo. So a few years ago, I say to my
He
wife,
said
I'm like,
she'd die for it.
I'm like, yo, listen. I'm in Atlantic City, and now I ran out of weed. I'm like, damn, I'm about to buy weed from one of these little niggas. She's like, how you know who got weed? I'm like, yo, baby, everybody with one of these little purse shits got weed. Now, though, a few years later, is what you said. No, everyone in these little niggas with these little purses got a licking man.
It's crazy right now.
Let's move over.
But if you look at the push of everything and the way everything is getting pushed, like everything gets normalized.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is getting normalized. They got that woman coming out with the black actress thing, that the woman king. Everything is, but to me, from the math, we still are only ethnicity being pushed from the home. Black woman's concerned about the bag now, and that's all over the family. And I'm not saying she shouldn't be or financially shouldn't be, and that's kind of all women. I shouldn't singleize the black woman, but I'm saying the bag is very important now. And when you come in, they want you to have a bag or half of the bag.
See, I feel, I be saying that, but I feel sorry for the young
or
guys.
push up for somebody else.
It's tough.
I don't feel sorry for the young ones, because I feel sorry for people right now caught up in a tough situation, because everything levels out. In 4 or 5 years, these dudes coming up are going to be the same way. They ain't messing with chicks unless they have everything.
Okay.
And why am I going to go have a baby with you if you don't even really want to have that? You know, I think men are going to sharpen up. Stop having all these kids with people that they don't until they really locked in. Because if you ain't got that situation, it's just a total win for them. I'm going to get you on the side. I got the child support going here. You know what I'm saying? I got the new man, or I might be going with my bestie. You know, this decade is insane right here. We don't know what's going on. You know, we don't know what's going on right here. You know, but they still want flowers. They still want to be treated the same way. You know, it's just you can leave immediately now. There's no waiting. But that's the era thing. Everybody's thinking, I can just move on. You know, I can just move on.
Everything looks better from the outside because you've seen everything other than that.
Does this go back to one of your, does this have anything to do with one of your previous topics? I'm just asking you. I'm talking about us leaving so soon. And everybody wanting to be so independent. Because if it's all about me, maybe is that a reason that I can't attach the way I'm supposed to?
Yes.
You know, and then what is everybody waiting for? I'm too young, or I can't settle down. Sometimes that person that you act up on is the person. And
I learned that.
And you spend your life like trying to find, you know, although I'm not saying mess with the wrong person, but I'm saying, you know, I don't know.
All right. While we here on relationships, what are y'all thoughts on tricking?
Tricking?
Yep.
First, you got it.
Okay, that sounds good.
No, what is tricking like?
That's what I'm about to say.
What is tricking like? If you feel like, because it is nothing that, like, if you're gonna be able to mess with a woman, you're gonna spend money.
Unless I like the topic.
Because at the end of the day,
I don't like the, you know, because everything now is in your face. The music, nothing has no subtlety. You know, I'm just going to say something. I don't even want you to say what it is. But when I say this, I think you both know what I'm talking about. What is considered the oldest profession in the world?
Prostitution.
You don't even got to say it.
Oh, I'm going to say it.
No.
I'm going to say it.
No, my point is, this is what kills me about, but everybody has their preferences. I don't understand why women will never want to be anything other than the South. A lot of these wars was over women. The essence of a woman walking through beautifully, everything is right about that. My point is, women is always going to get some money, so we can't ever discount that point. If you're in a situation where a woman is your partner, that's easy. What do you mean, like, define tricking?
Okay.
You know, I mean, define what you know,
so
a little more.
To me, what I consider tricking is not what you're saying and not what you're saying. Not once you got her, not once this is your chick. Once this is your chick, whether it's your only chick or whatever, this is your chick. I'm saying what people, because women tricking, like when you use your money to attain this person, to get this person's attention, when you use, you feel what I'm saying? That to me is tricking. Like it's almost like I'm trying to, and not even listen, and not even buying a piece of pussy. That's not tricking either. That's buying a piece of pussy. I'm saying when you, I'm willing to take you here. I don't even know you yet. I don't even know if you got a personality.
But some niggas got more money than they got time.
And they just tricking for fun to me.
No, they got more money than they got time, but I ain't got the time. We got money.
I mean, my thing with tricking is, you know, like again, like he said, it's
and I'm not saying that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's what you're doing. And like he said, it's what you come for. You know what I'm saying? You could have had an awesome week, an awesome month. You out tonight, you shaking it up. You got 800 on you. You care nothing about. You know what I'm saying? This could go a bunch of different ways. And then Shorty come through, fucking it up correctly. Right, wrong, she bouncing. You just sip something nice, blew some nutty shit. Something could happen. She might could tell you some bullshit that you know is bullshit. You believe my muffler crazy right now?
Yeah, my man,
And she rode you home. It wasn't no noise.
It was $2 short. I need that. She took him. The church took him a fundraiser, but it was short. He said, "What? $2 short?"
Yeah, you might get hit me with some bullshit, but it could just be how I'm feeling. It could be like he said, some niggas do it for fun. Like I'm gonna come in here and play with some shit. But to me, the only trick that I find weird is people you don't know throwing money around, doing weird situations.
Fucking yourself up.
That's my point. In situations that's my point. In situations that could be troublesome for you.
Yeah.
Tricking is a problem if you're throwing around money you don't have. Like you see this chick and you like her, and you go hard this month. You know what I'm saying? You took her everywhere she wanted to go. You made moves. You bought outfits. You did everything you were supposed to do. And guess what? 75% of that came out of your bill money. You made some bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You took this thing where, you know what I'm saying? And unlike you said, what's not tricking with somebody if she's your wife or your partner. No, but the problem with your wife and your partner, they're going to understand you overextended yourself and come up with some money. You don't even have this person, so yeah, I think that's a weird part of tricking. But like TA said, if you did it for fun, you enjoyed it, and you happy, and you never look back, that was a win to me.
I'm going to tell you what my father told me when I was young. Girls only want to have fun. He told me that. And listen, on my way, I graduated from 6th grade. The day I was on my way to 7th grade, I had to be at 7th grade. I had to start 7th grade, 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to be in school. My father had me in a strip club all night in Connecticut. We left with a stripper.
Gotta learn sometime.
Yo, bro, look that I'm like 12. We left with a stripper. Nigga, we left our house like 5 o'clock. He smacked like, yeah, I'm gonna get you home. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure you're in school tomorrow. Girls just want to have fun, man. It's a man's job to make sure they have fun.
I mean, my whole thing is, this is, you know, and this is how I've always looked at it. You know, I think if somebody wants to do something and you go do nice with somebody, like, if you and a woman go do something, right? And you go do what you want to do, but you pay for her portion of it?
Yeah.
How is that really a loss?
I do that.
That was your companion.
I do that for my boys.
And that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I do that for my boys.
And you might say to your man, just to get him to come with me, man, and I'll pay for you. So what's the big deal about, like you said, doing that with a shorty?
Yeah, I do that with my boys.
Because to me, there's nothing wrong with that.
To me, dudes make too much about tricking, depending on what you're talking about. What I find insane, even with 2-3 million. Now notice, I didn't say 200, 300 million. What I find insane, even with 2-3 million, but notice, I didn't say 200-300 million. But what I find insane, even with 2 or 3 million, is going to the strip club, throwing 50. You know, and 100 here and 50 there, and doing that, and this and that. Like, I have no problems giving away no money. I don't want anybody to treat me wrong.
Mayweather's supposed to do.
But I would rather.
I went to Onyx.
But I would rather figure out what Todd just said, where that community is in the DR, and how I can send them some shoes, then drop 50 in the than the club. I can't.
I went to Onyx in Atlanta.
I might could cut a side deal with Diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Onyx in Atlanta, when I tell you they was dumping garbage bags of money over the fucking balcony.
I seen some of Little Wayne scenes in there when they had a dudes come in. You know when you do the full stunt.
Yeah.
You had the armored truck dudes come in with the uniforms on and hand you the money. And the strippers is over there with the dollar signs in their eyes.
They had garbage
we
bags.
is gonna ching tonight.
I seen $1,000 niggas put their money back in their pocket.
But they said those top girls was really saving Like they own condos, they own cars,
But
like they safe.
But down there,
if you
it's
on your
different.
game,
It's
they can really
different.
walk away nice.
But it's different down there.
Yeah.
Down there is really a business.
Yeah, that's why I said if you got
Like,
those upper scale ones, that's
to
like being an actress or something.
to
They get
even,
a lot of money.
No. Even to strip down there legally, you have to get a license per county.
Yeah.
So it ain't just some rogue shit you could just be out here wilding. No, like this is really a business. Like you got to get a license to strip in this county or that county and that county. So you,
And they get a 15-minute slot, prime time.
yeah, but it's different.
Because it ain't
down
them scallywags that's in
Yeah.
them. That's in them little dives. This is some nice chicks coming
there. Facts.
to interview.
Facts.
Ones that they looking at. I don't even know if she can dance, but she's in. We're gonna
Yeah.
get her in. We're gonna get her in.
Yo, where was I at? Blue Flame.
We're gonna get her to our coordinator.
Blue Flame might have
Javier.
had
Yeah.
60 strippers in the building at one time. I never seen that many women. And I mean, it ain't 60 out here, but they got a big enough stage to where it's about 6 on the stage and women walking around doing lap dances and waitresses and bartenders and all of that.
Beach messed up a lot
And
of his
they-
money in the strip club.
They shuffling them out and shuffling like.
Meek used to shut the strip club down.
You imagine how many chicks,
put
how many
about-
chicks he gave retirement plans to?
he
You
could
throwing,
put money
and
on
he was
every
throwing.
table.
No,
Just
he
tell you
was
don't take
no.
none.
Any buying the bar out and
Yeah.
not for himself.
Tell you don't take
Everybody,
no
when
money.
you come in, you drink what you want
And he
all
put money
night on
the
him.
table. Stacks
And he
of
dropping
just don't
two.
take none.
And he dropping two.
Different.
Crazy. Alright. Last topic. We gotta talk about it, man. Draymond Green, Jordan Poole. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it is I don't know what he said, so it's crazy to even really talk about it. But I don't know what he said. It's a couple things that he probably could have said.
And if
But-
he said something,
but
to that
he might have could
nature,
have punched him in his face or if something happened, but I don't think he should have punched him in his face. You know, I mean, they was only because I feel like the sucker punch shit wasn't. It was kind of a sucker punch, but it wasn't a wrong sucker punch. It was kind of a sucker punch though, because they were the same team. You ain't got to sucker punch. We need a little dude, man.
I don't go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not size prejudice.
I think that Draymond I definitely think he was over the line. Yeah. And if I was Jordan Poole, I wouldn't play with the Warriors next year if he was in the team. You know, first KD leaves and now he leaves. I also think he's little. So like you wouldn't get the points and look tough like you think that you do look. Although I do think Jordan Poole is gonna be laughed because you get dropped. The laughter will come, but you know you got the big dudes in the league like they ain't really impressed with that. That's your teammate. You know what I'm saying? And then you never stop. You never turn that motor down. You never stop bothering people. And everybody know one thing about giving them orders and messing with everybody and being at the top is being at the top of your game. You know his game is declining. Why can't you chill out, turn the motivation down, and push the young dudes in a positive way? You know, I think they've took a lot. He be doing a lot, flexing and bullying, but I think the organization has let him do it. You know, that play with Durant, that never should have happened. He was wrong on that play. Durant was calling for the ball. He kept it, threw the ball out of bounds, and then Durant became a bitch, and then the fact that he may or not be leaving was relevant in the play. What that got to do with right now and us trying to win a championship? I don't. You know.
I agree and disagree with your assessment of that particular play. Like basketball is a fluid thing, and there's different ways it could have happened. But to not continue and trail the play because you didn't get the ball right there is
He didn't stop.
Yes, he did. That's why he wasn't there when Draymond went to kick it to him.
No, Draymond lost the ball doing some nutty shit.
Watch it
You
again.
see how he lost that ball? He's sitting there looking at him. He was doing like this to him. Then he went to him and said, I was going for it. And then he just bugged out on him. He just scored. He was on fire. You know what I'm saying? You do go make plays with your feet, but you threw that out of bounds on an ugly turnover. Then flipped on everybody. I'm leaving.
I
I'm
would
leaving
like to
this
look
team
at
and
that play
everything.
again.
We just won 2 trips. We about to win a third. Everybody still think they would have won a
I
third.
felt
if,
like
if you didn't get hurt
Durant
in the
delayed
finals.
coming up court.
They might have definitely.
I felt like he delayed coming up court. Like he got there eventually, but I feel like he delayed. So
They definitely should have that a little bit.
I think that.
I just think it's unfortunate that it was recorded and released.
Yeah,
I think things like that
yeah.
happen in practice. I think sometimes people anger and stuff get the best of them. I don't think the intention was for the world to see it. So as far as how like other big men across the league look at it, I don't think that was ever the intention. I don't think it was like, oh, let me punk my teammate to show everybody else. No, I don't think it was that.
He did that because that's who he was.
Yeah.
You know, he did that because that's who he was.
But also, I'm with TH. I don't know what was said. I would like an audio. Not to say that anything a man says give you a right to hit him, but something a man say can make you feel like you want to walk up on him. Then once he pushed you, now we physical.
From the video, like you said, you can't tell from.
Yeah, you don't know what was said.
But it's like Draymond was just.
Because even in the sports world, like even in this, I guess both are kind of like us talking shit and walking up on each other and being in each other's face. Like that ain't really.
Yeah, and I feel like
violent yet.
Draymond was mad about Draymond might be mad about something else happening because
that's so rough.
That's your teammate.
Why you going all the way
ran up on him?
Why you going all the way from wherever you was in the
He
drill?
walked away.
Why do you gotta go? He don't want you in his face. Don't nobody want to talk to you. You do triple singles now, as Barkley said. You not Steph. We don't want to hear nothing. We don't want no advice. We just want to get through the practice, man.
I'm hearing that.
You're not that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that neither because I think despite what he can do physically at this point in his career, I think he still has a really high IQ, and I think he could tell you some great shit. So to want to disregard it because his numbers ain't good right now.
No, but the way you do it, it's a different way you do it when you are that dude, and when you can't do it like that.
No,
I'm that dude now.
And somebody has to be receptive to you, or they don't. If somebody not rocking with you, you can't. And it's coaches and everybody right there. You're in a practice and you're the player. And he a guard. Like, y'all don't really even have to, you know.
He's more.
He a guard. Like they, other than when he rim run the rebound, like they both on the perimeter.
They don't want him on the perimeter.
Oh, I ain't hear the coaches say that.
Center.
I ain't hear the coaches say that.
Well, they said that when he was 1 for 30 from 3.
Oh no, they don't want him shooting from the
they don't want him on
perimeter.
the perimeter.
But as far as wanting him out there, they run a lot of sets that cause for him to be at the top of the key, swinging the ball one way or the other. Yeah, they don't want him shooting it. So when teams leave him to make him the shooter, yeah, that ain't good for them. But they definitely run a lot of sets that keep him at the top of the key. So the coaches and the team didn't want that. Why would they run them sets?
He's going anyway.
He out of here. It's over
I think
for him.
everything is a business, and I think with his play declining, him making the crazy statement he made about him wanting an extension and more money and all this stuff, and you know, I just think it's insane. You know, so and then this right here, and then to answer your like what you said initially was, if the team let this video out on purpose, then they done with him. You know,
Because they had to, right?
If it, no, the dude just could have did it for money. You know, you
Who?
don't know,
Somebody.
but if the team, you know, somebody who was in there. But I
That's what I'm saying, like a preseason NBA practice. Who in here?
Somebody that worked there.
Yeah, because it was only a little, like it wasn't an official video. It was only a little. You know,
I think that was more of like the team shit.
I don't think so because it was moving.
Oh, well.
It wasn't moving crazy, but it was definitely moving. Yeah, like when they went over there, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it was moving. So it wasn't like a surveillance camera.
We don't know what was said, so, you know. But
yeah. But y'all think ultimately Draymond out of Golden State?
It definitely was leaked. The kid may go. You know what I mean? The kid may go.
We getting Draymond out of here?
Oh, at this point, yeah. When that happened with Durant,
well, Draymond said out his own mouth, like, if Durant would have ever even said to management, like, it's me or Draymond, they would have shipped me out of here.
That's what I was about to say. No. I would have said to him, you know, if he's the issue, he out of here. Tonight, though, like, you know what I'm saying? He'll never be allowed back in the facility.
Not even playing role games.
Like, all the articles I was reading was saying that, like, Jordan Poole got up, finished practice. I never heard what Draymond did for the rest of that day. Did they send him home? Like, they ain't saying that part.
They had to.
They had to.
Shit fucking years out.
Yo, oh man, the internet's crazy.
Yeah, that was the punch in the face.
Yo, did y'all see that?
I can't.
It was a family that ultimately robbed and killed P&B Rob.
Yeah.
That it was like a father, his son, and the stepmother.
Stepmother too.
Yeah, they said they got the stepmother. They wasn't saying in the article exactly what her. She was just in the car.
Listed as an accomplice, though.
Yeah, but she was listed as an accomplice.
Yeah. What the fuck? I know the father was there.
It's gonna all come out, but yeah, she was listed as a accomplice.
Yeah.
Maybe through communication or
I'd
whatever.
go get your son.
You know, but I think he's 33, the father. Son was 17, she was 32. But I think what's scary about that is the ignorancy of today. Everybody want to glamorize these things and love all these idiots and fools, but this is what it is. Well, we got the gang member father who's an idiot, we got the son, and then we got his boo, and then we got the genius plot that these three act together. You know what I'm saying? And then got the chain, but going out, gotta shoot him.
That's what happened.
You know, and then turn a robbery into everything. Like all this stuff here, I don't get it. You
I
know,
also read something that said they didn't just rob him; they robbed some other people too.
yeah, and but I also think whatchamacallit, I think in a few years we'll deal with. I think social media is a bigger drug than we acknowledge, and people what they'll do for likes now, and just to be famous and go. And,
the value of attention is
they
at
don't
an
realize
all-time
what we
high.
said.
It used to be money, now it's attention.
Yeah, it used to be money, now it's attention.
And they don't know that, what we said initially, was when you do these acts, now you got 25 years with murder, death, killing them, because they there when you get there. Everybody doing all this stuff to get a rap and all this is insane. What people do for a hit, to go on, or hits, to be known, to be famous, and to go. But back to your topic, with all these rappers dying, I think it's hard to believe Young Dolph, Nip, P&B, Triple X. These were people that were on the rise, thriving, and then all the other ones.
Young kid from the city.
Pop Smoke. You talking about?
Oh, Pop Smoke. Mo 3.
It's a different Houston, right?
Yep. That's homeboy that was on the
It seemed like it's one every
the hot
week
boxing
now.
with Tyson with
One everybody
Bootsy
loved
Man.
there from Chicago, King Vaughn.
Yeah.
It's just been it's been nonstop.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's been nonstop. I should say young rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Dolph too, yeah.
they are going through it right now.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what it. I mean,
You know what it is.
And it's the opposite.
Black men with money.
And it's the opposite.
it
'Cause
ain't that.
It's the
bro.
opposite. Who gets 10 million?
It's not
You
that.
get the mansion, you get the money, and now it's hot.
You wanna know why it ain't that? You wanna know why it ain't young black kids with money? Because athletes, actors,
Yeah, but-
singers.
But rappers have to portray, because right now,
Now let's talk.
they have to portray
Yeah.
that image. They
Ah.
have to still be outside.
No, but Eminem, MGK had a whole
They're
beef.
white.
They ain't bring up one. Let me see you out here
Yeah,
in these streets.
because they know what it is. They might be having dinner.
And they might have known that was promotional.
They might be having dinner.
Just like some of
That's
some
what
of
we
them,
supposed
some
to
of
be
them
doing.
games.
I
Some of
don't
them,
know. Y'all too young to remember. Whatchamacallit played a big role in WWF.
Mr. G.
Washington Ave Armory and the Glens Falls
Civic Center.
Civic Center. They had that big thing going with Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
With the America and Iran
Yep.
against each other. And they got caught going to Glens Falls Civic Center, which is why they play there to this day. Glens Falls Civic Center helped blow them up. They got caught in the limo together with some coke. Right in the middle of that fool, because it was all a fake. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I remember I had to go see, I used to be at the Knickerbocker Arena back then.
Yup.
Now,
That's
then,
what it was
my
when I
grandmother
first
used to
came.
work-
My point is, a fake beef is cool.
Yeah.
Nobody gets hurt.
Nah,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
No, I agree.
There's a lot of
I believe that
everybody
hip-hop-
gets some money.
I believe
You know
that
what I'm
low key
saying?
hip hop had fake
Yeah.
beats in our face.
I could
Yeah.
never disagree with
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? But look at the first two things we said. Nothing happens to nobody, and we get some money.
But see, what happened is
Yeah.
time started changing, right? And clout became more important than we even realized it was at one point. So y'all two may agree to fake beef, right? But it's somebody under the umbrella of somebody in your camp that feel like if he do something over here, it'll bring him closer to you. Get him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this worship thing is crazy though. As you listen to his songs, everything he say is right. I'm not shooting nobody because I like his songs. He got to handle all of that.
Yeah.
That's all on him.
But he got the money, and you part of
Yeah.
it. Ain't just you, not just a fan.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You close enough to be around him sometimes, and all that.
But the point
feel
is
like-
now people want to see you do it. Like now they say y'all been bluffing too long. Ain't nobody serious. Y'all been beefing for 6 years. Ain't nobody got punched. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's too active.
Like
right now.
ultimately, what's the name? Jeezy Gucci shit.
Me, I like what
Right?
I like what Yo Gotti said.
Somebody went in his house.
The incident.
Yeah, the actual incident.
No.
But homeboy saying like I didn't tell him do that.
Son ain't going to his house. The whole thing was a setup. He went home with the stripper. She let him in. You know what I'm saying? It went bad for son. You
Of
know.
course he's not saying
And
that.
then Gucci was investigated but not charged because
You think he really?
Who knows?
See, but we don't know. But what I'm saying is, I felt like that was some
history favors the chosen.
friend of a friend, like feeling like, yo, I'm gonna go.
Oh, I definitely do. Well, I think, Jeezy had made a statement. That's when he had went on the radio. Said he got 10 or whatever for Gucci chain.
Yeah.
And some was from Macon, and he was, with the Crips, that he was with down there. Our point is, however it played, we don't exactly know how close he was to Gucci. And we also don't know if he just fell through the window. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be as heroic as Gucci made it out, because I don't care if the chick helped me. You know what I'm saying? And that was going bad for me, but in the last, he just beat me to death. But that gun fell when I grabbed it and shot him. He had it coming. I knew I had it the whole time. I never could lose this one. You know what I'm saying? So we don't
However
know.
it happened.
But history favors the conqueror. If you win, you tell a story. You know what I'm saying? When you tell a story, I peeped them the whole time. I was just sitting there and I had a vision. Something is behind me. Like you get to
You get to tell it however.
you get to tell it however. Now you just sitting there and had a vision. Not you felt it, but a vision, something is behind. But you get this, I had a vision, something was behind me. I just immediately turned around, there he was. I dipped, slammed him. You know what I'm saying? The thing fell, I gave him 2. He earned those 2. What else could I do? You know what I'm saying? But nah, we don't know. We don't know. But history favors him. It did happen. He couldn't be charged. It was a setup. It was a setup. They both made it out alive. I always thought whatchamacallit said the most interesting thing with that when he had the issue with Yo Gotti, Gucci. Gucci. And he was like, man, with Yo Gotti, because he had made the song with Jeezy. And he said, y'all been around each other 10 years. You never fired on him, so why was you mad at me for making the song with him?
He said y'all been around each other too.
You ain't do
They
nothing
both in
to him.
Atlanta in the club. When he tried to dab him, when Jeezy said, nah, before he went to jail. But my point is, like I always tell people, if it's 17 to this side and 2 over here, them 17 to say, I can't in good conscience let them leave here. It wouldn't be real of me, you know what I'm saying, not to mash them out. But if it's 17, you'll be surprised how often everybody just look at each other Tonight we're gonna let each other ride out. You know what I'm saying? When people know that 6 from each side might go down, you'd be surprised how much
I ain't trying to be
you lucky tonight, knowing that don't nobody. They each telling each other, "You lucky, I got to do something in the morning." I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But if it was 2 of them, I can't in good conscience, man.
Let them walk out here like that.
Nah, that wouldn't be the realness of us. You know what I'm saying? But your man come back and tell you exactly the same amount we got. Did you count? Yeah, I counted. Yeah, be like, all right,
We good.
All right, we gonna let them punks ride out. We gonna let them
They came deep today.
Now people kill me numbers stop a lot. Look out. Yeah, they got 3 Hummers out there. Woo! Listen. That's why I don't like all that stuff. You gotta be heavy.
Yeah.
You know, that's you gotta be heavy. And my point wasn't that either one of them was soft. Both of them be coming through correct. Like, and that's what he was saying. Y'all can't do nothing to each other. Like, you gotta know how to play it. Everybody around Gucci been around a long time. All the dudes around Jeezy been around him a long time. Which is how you want your crew. Because it's that new dude you don't know. I ain't going to work today. We know right now, that's the head coming. He ain't coming in today, huh? All right. Hit him, and we ain't going nowhere we were supposed to. You go today. I can't believe you bring up the Boston coach situation.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, Adoga.
Yeah.
That's not really a story.
I agree.
He didn't do that.
I agree.
I didn't really follow it. I just
I don't
seen
know
that
what happened. Did they know who he was fucking with?
they know who she is. Like, well,
They just put everything out yesterday.
oh yeah, her name and all of that.
They put her name out.
So it's the lady that pictured the white lady?
Yeah, 34, Mormon, 34, married Mormon, mother of 3.
Well, that's why.
And guess what?
Who she married to?
Yeah, she's married to somebody's organization, but that ain't the hit.
What's the?
Guess who she's very close to?
Who she married to?
Like an uncle to her.
Who?
Who just took the situation to run everything in Mormon country? Play with Bird.
Cal?
You can go.
Age?
Bing bang boom.
Danny?
He's running everything in Utah now.
Oh, yeah.
Mormon country. Very close relationship with the girl. Like I think he's close with her father, so uncle type relationship. Mormon woman, mother of 3, had the affair. Was planning, was making Nia Long arrangements, and you know what's crazy? She was married. He's not even married to Nia Long.
Fuck.
She was married. He got fired.
Yeah.
This is insane. And
He
all
got
that,
fired?
No,
No,
he got suspended.
Yeah, but he's done. He's done there. After the year, they're going to think about letting him back. I never would have took that.
Yeah.
They said he had the option to take being fired because I would have. I'd have just took the being fired.
Is he getting paid this year?
That had a lot to do with it because he is getting paid.
Yeah.
But that had a lot to do with it too. And then you know he's been all over the world, overseas. That's why I say you never know what nobody's financial situations is. And then sometimes you do want to just take your responsibility.
They could blackball.
And the other part,
No,
man,
I didn't say
people
don't take the responsibility. That's why I said sometimes you want to take your responsibility. But it's funny to me how a consensual relationship turned into this, and this goes on everywhere, all over the league. In the same week, all this news comes out about Brett Favre, and the only person that said something about it was Shannon. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. So.
You know, but he took $7 million from the poorest state in the country, where they got a drinking water problem, to build a stadium for his daughter, and he's worth $40 million.
Yeah, that's crazy though that they would even bring that up. Like, he had an affair, like you say, he's not married, she is.
And then they go with all this consensual, improper relationship.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it, because it made it seem like, what was he doing? Like,
No, why was it improper? Because she was married?
But they made it seem like he was like stalking a bitch, or maybe like.
Time out.
No, that was all the wording they wanted to use to do that. She was married.
All of what we saying is cool,
Is
right?
married.
But we're talking about $1 million position. I don't know what stipulations in this contract, what kind of fraternization. Companies have all kind of fraternization rules and laws, and
I agree.
practices, and most of them corporations and companies, you can fuck across, you can't fuck down.
I don't dispute anything you said. I don't dispute anything you said. I just dispute the number one thing that was said when it happened.
Yeah,
This happens every year in every organization. He said, when they was talking about it, they said, I know 3 people that just got fired for it. It is never publicized. You took the head coach that took them to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you do all this? That's the hit. There was no reason to do all that. You did all that, all this. They leaked everything to the media. She didn't do it, and the coach didn't do it. They did all this. Boston publicized this. This was done to tear him up. All this was done to tear him up for the affair, and not her. In that wording.
Now they're gonna try to give him $2 billion.
You know? And they can take, as they say, and they can take a portion of his salary. You know, I don't know how much, because, you know, they have that, they got a union too.
Yeah,
But
they
also
got a
too,
union,
he
but
spent a lot of time overseas. You got a fiance, you got kids, you got all this. So, you know, you can't, you're right, you can't just say he quit. You don't know what his mortgage is.
Yeah.
It didn't like what you saying. What if they did blackball him? And you just quit it like you got the job lined up and your phone is crickets. Like, nobody call. You can't even be an assistant. Like, not right now. We got to give it 2 years. It's going to cool off. You don't know how it's going to play. So
it could be bad.
Then I think as a man, you know, like you said, because of what you said, she was a subordinate.
Yeah.
Her position was something
Because-
that would be considered under his. Somebody like a vice president, somebody in the office. That would be, you know, then it would be either the vice president or either both of them should get.
Yeah.
But that's
a
management position.
What
so.
it is what's been happening. She could come back in 20 years and sue them as a company
if they don't do anything.
Yeah, because they knew they didn't do nothing, and ultimately, this the head coach. I said I didn't want to do this. I said yes because I was scared I'll lose my job if I don't.
My man going through that.
She
my
could
man
say
going
anything
through that right now.
She could,
but he's going through it for that exact reason. But he like, I knew I was wrong. He was a supervisor. He was messing with the chick. Stop messing with her. And she took it to the, you know, to the joint. You know what I'm saying? And she took it to the joint. You know what I'm saying? He like, I didn't mess with her at work. And he like, and I didn't give him no statement. But he like, they looking at the tapes right now to see if they did anything, you know, improper or whatever. At work,
So,
like that's but
Look,
you're right.
look.
But
you heard the word he used, improper. This was the word they used because it's improper based on
but what
the
you
rules
said
and
too,
guidelines of this organization.
No, what you
like,
said too, though, he
there.
couldn't, he wasn't supposed to be in a relationship because of that's number one, because he was her superior at work.
Yes.
So that could be considered leverage.
That's
or whatever.
what. Yeah.
So he understood that. He was her supervisor. He was her
was
supervisor. Huh?
I think she was like something like a.
Well, she was. They said she. But see, one of the things she did make his wife's arrangements. It's crazy. I know about it. She did make his wife's arrangements.
Whose
they
wife?
Coordinate. I mean, pardon me. His fiance's. He did make Nia Long's. He did make Nia Long's arrangements and coordinate her move to Boston. She was a very big part of that. Helped her every step of the way. That was one of her jobs. She's a travel coordinator. She makes the teams, arrangements and all that stuff.
Like that's what Melissa did for the platoon.
But that is, you know, definitely under her. Listen, I need you to run over here and do that.
Yeah.
When you come back, then when you come back, I want you to stop by the store. They're gonna have my steak ready. Let's go. Show off like it is definitely under her. You know what I'm saying? But my point is too, that's still a long way from us being together. And you know how I heard how they found out about it, how the husband found out. One of the new MVPs in the hood, suburbs, rural areas, trailer parks, and everywhere alike. Not Ring.
Who?
Not Ring. Not the video doorbell.
No.
I'm doing like that because they see everything. Not the video doorbell.
That's why he found out.
That Ring doorbell is for real. I'm getting
He
one.
pulled up.
Where was you today?
You don't got to
No,
pull up the Ring.
You don't have one of them?
You know what I'm saying? He pulled up.
Don't matter if you pull. If you got one,
No,
then
I'm
you
saying-
shouldn't be saying that.
No, I'm saying, what's the name pulled up?
If somebody go by the crib, you can see.
No,
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah, at some point.
He pulled up to the crib.
You see, this is my whole point. People always say funny things, but this takes it that you're a guy
What?
that's never had any affairs. People always say funny things. It's one thing, you and Susan been working together for 3 years and you do something once. When I say this, maybe you'll understand it. After 3 months and it's going crazy, a lot of things change. You know, we did it to one. We are going crazy. It's 3 times a week now. That punk went to Connecticut.
But yo,
You don't pull up. You don't realize.
But-
He feeling funny, so he put that app on his phone. Now I'm
she
feeling.
know about the ring doorbell. He fell for the.
See what I'm saying?
She overcame him.
Caught up now.
She
Caught up now.
She forgot.
You don't never look at it.
You caught
And
up.
at the end of the day, you thinking, no, I could just tell him you stop by for something like we do. You are the head coach.
Then it's a Mormon girl. You get told who you gonna marry. Husband got 3 wives. You probably got 2 more in Utah. Now you got a dude that's really messing with you. Listen,
I don't
go in
know.
there. Put the 2 pigtails in. Put the sweatshirt on. I want you to run around in there. Come on, be making some milk or something when I get there. Let's go 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? She like this punk. This going to Connecticut. He like my phone work anywhere though. I know that. Who is this? Who is this creep walking on? You know what I'm saying?
eBay.
No, but then think of how mad they is. Then think about this. Danny Ainge, the genius, got all these picks. They're going to win a chip. Nothing. Then they had Stevens, who did such a good job. They fired him and moved him upstairs. He giving all these press conferences. He couldn't even make them 2 work. In 1 year, he not only made them work and he took them to the finals, because he had an affair with Danny Ainge's little homegirl. He done now. We're going to do him dirty like this. This is crazy. Right? And he ain't even married. She is. But then that word, like you
It doesn't
said,
help.
consensual improper. But one thing I knew, once you say consensual, I'm done with you there. Because everybody engaged. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing. It might hurt you. It might make you want to cry. You
Not
might even
within
be
this
mad
company.
at her. But if somebody raped your woman,
No, that's different.
she had nothing to do with that. No, I'm talking about it might hurt you.
Yeah.
That somebody did that to her in the whatchamacallit, but she didn't in no way play into it. But consensual means they was rocking together. A lot of people be with their wives like they say that till the trial come out. Go right to the trial. What? Oh, y'all was taking it to the threshold. Yeah. You know, that's yeah. I'm gonna need a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this ain't what she told me. I'm holding her hand every day going to trial. She was in love. They was gonna hit me. I know they were. I was dead in 2 months if this didn't happen. I know the hit was out on me. And I just upped my life insurance. Nah, you don't know right now. This weird times right now. For real. You be on trips with your boo like, go down the stairs, huh? In the DR right here at night? Woo, yeah. That dude didn't just nod his head to you? All right. Let's go then. Let's do it. No, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. It's serious out here right now.
Yo, that's why, I'm telling you, my life got better when I started putting better energy out.
That's it. Nobody in a long-term relationship, then with your girl 10, 12 years, cut somebody off. These new women, they be in love for 2 months, dude. You gotta be.
But they be in love for 2 months, but it only took them a week and a half to fall all the way in love.
That's always been a problem too. That's always been a problem too.
She head
The
over
girl-
heels in a
That's
week
always
and a
been a problem
half.
too. No, because the girl that's wearing your shirt, cooking dinner, doing double dutch with your daughter, and bringing you dinner to work in a week, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because anything like they say you get so easy, you just come home one day, this ain't working out. Listen, nope. What? It ain't. You got it all quick. You can lose her all quick. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna move to Cali. What?
In 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah. And she all the way in there. I gotta get out there, do double dutch, make dinner, and do all this. I'm sitting over here.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm committed in this whole other situation.
I got a arrival date on this other shit. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, man. I had these guys here forever, man. Yo, This has been another episode at the Bar with Beast, doing it different, man. Yo, appreciate both of my bros, yo.